We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin the first game of a three-game series, the final series of the regular season, against the Minnesota Twins at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the Bird Watcher here. People call me BW for short. Welcome back there, fellow bird watchers in the Charm City chat. Folks, we've got work to do. Yes, we're going to the playoffs, but we've got one more thing we need to take care of, and that is get one more win, because we need to lock up the home field advantage, folks, for this three-game wild card round. It is a very, very big deal. It's a huge difference between your chances of winning in a wild card round when all three games are at home versus all three being on the road, especially if we'd have to go to Detroit, where right now the Tigers fan base, I'm sure, is feeling as confident as anybody out there. The Tigers have been red hot. They are currently winning right now against the Chicago White Sox, and that's the team they'll be playing this weekend. So we cannot just sit back and wait for the Tigers to lose when they're playing against one of the historically worst teams in the history of the sport. We got to take care of business. And folks, tonight's going to be probably the toughest matchup of the three, as Cade Povich is going to be matched up against Pablo Lopez. The Twins have been scuffling. They are on the verge of being eliminated from the playoffs themselves. In fact, that is the one slight benefit, is that if the Tigers do hold on to win tonight, that will indeed eliminate the Twins, which might take a little wind out of their sails and make it a little bit easier for us to beat them. So, folks, I still feel like we're in great shape because, again, we're going to win one on the Twins by the time they're eliminated, I feel. But I'd love to get it done tonight, and that's what we're here to do. Let's hit that intro music one more time. Right, so welcome back, and for those that might be new to my channel, welcome aboard. This is the Orioles Bird Watcher channel, and this channel is dedicated to covering live play-by-play and commentary for all Orioles games. I've called 159 consecutive games since day one, and with 3 left to play, ain't no way in hell I'm going to change anything right now. Despite the efforts of somebody out there who is under the delusion that he's going to shut my channel down. Oh, that's hilarious. We'll talk about that when we have some free time over the next few hours. But, folks, every day, there's always something, folks. All right. Yeah, Bruce, I know. Bruce, we're just starting off the night, man. Let's start positive. We know what our flaws are. We know that our bullpen is shaky. Some nights are good, some nights are bad. But listen, I can point to a lot of games this season where our bullpen won us games. They really did. They're a Jekyll and Hyde. That is most bullpens, folks. It's very tough to build a bullpen where you got like 6-7 dependable arms that are going to do the right thing 90% of the time. You're hoping for about 66% of the time, in all reality, folks. So, look, I would love to have Mason Miller in this bullpen. I would love to have, Emmanuel Clase in this bullpen. One of the strongest shutdown stuff arms out there. We don't have that. But I don't think that's necessarily our biggest Achilles heel. Anyway, we'll talk more about it, folks. We got a long way to go. Let me get this game up and running. Again, it's going to be Cade Povich against Pablo Lopez. Pablo Lopez, he's been an all-star. He's having another fine season. Not one of his better seasons. An ERA over 4. He's usually in the 3s, but a solid record of 15-9, 1.18 ERA. I would say he is the Twins' best starting pitcher. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, again, after last night's miserable outcome. Unfortunately, we were up against Garrett Cole and a Yankees team that was probably just sick and tired of getting their butts kicked by us. And the offense after showing a lot of positive signs lately, definitely struggled against Garrett Cole last night. I don't anticipate a repeat of that tonight, but folks, if the offense starts off slow, again, Pablo Lopez is a very solid pitcher. We need to get our best from Povich, and if we can't get it done tonight, you just got to keep the faith. We just need to get one win out of these three. We've got that home field advantage, and there's nothing more we can do results-wise that's going to make anything better for us. Everything's pretty much decided, okay? Let's just get that win. Hopefully it's tonight. Here are the lineups. I'm going to go ahead and get this game up and running on my TV. Make sure there aren't any problems. Let's see what we got here. Minneapolis, the final ballpark that I have yet to see. All right, the game is up, and it looks like we're about 3-4 minutes away from first pitch. Here's your lineups. For the Orioles, leading off playing shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Jordan Westberg in the 2 spot again where he belongs. He's at second base. Anthony Santander will bat third and play right field. Colton Cowser will do the cleanup hitting, and he'll be in left. Adley Rutschman will bat fifth and do the catching. Ryan O'Hearn is the DH tonight. He'll hit sixth. Ryan Mountcastle bats seventh and plays first. Ced Mullins again in center field hitting eighth, and Ramon Arias at third base batting ninth. For the Twins, Manuel Margot will lead off and play right field. Carlos Correa, the shortstop, hits second. Byron Buxton, a guy Ced Mullins has a lot of history with. Oh, I'd love to see Ced rob a fly ball from Buxton tonight. He'll bat third, play center field. Carlos Santana, the veteran. This guy's got to be pushing 40. And yet, wow, look at this. This guy leads the team. Oh, never mind. The guy hitting ninth leads the team in hits. Carlos Santana, though, still hanging in there at the ripe age of, I think, about 38. He will be the cleanup hitter and play first base, switch hitter. Royce Lewis, talented young third baseman, will bat fifth, and he'll play third. Kyle Farmer is at second base hitting sixth. Ryan Jeffers, the DH, he'll hit seventh. Christian Vasquez, I remember him on his days with the Red Sox. He'll hit eighth. And finally, what is that, Willie Castro, left field. He'll bat ninth. Folks, this game's just about to get started. I hope you guys are raring to go. I want to click on his name to get a first name, but I think it's Willie Castro. This shows Gunnar Henderson ready to hit here on the pitch-by-pitch meter. But, yeah. All right, let's check out the Charm City chat, folks. Target Field, I'm getting a look right now, and despite the fact the Twins are not yet eliminated from the playoffs, based on this turnout here on a Friday night in the final series of the season, I would say their fans have pretty much thrown in the towel. This is not a packed house at all. Pablo Lopez is taking his final warm-up tosses. The Twins are wearing their City Connect outfits tonight. I say outfits. I mean, they're uniforms, but, man, some of these City Connects are pretty wild. We got a very blue and yellow-looking combination here going on with these Twins. Blue shirts, blue pants, blue hat with a yellow bill, yellow trim. And even Pablo Lopez's glove is yellow. He's on fleek, folks. Folks, this game's about to get started. Charm City chat, are you ready? Let me know. Again, now here's a nice wide shot with first pitch just moments away. Folks, this place ain't even half full. It ain't even half full. That should help us. Gunnar Henderson, folks, get ready. The final series of the season.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
First pitch is outside for ball one. Let's see who's here. We got Ms. Janet. We got Matt. Next pitch is outside again, 2-0. Benny Jets. Let's go O's. I'm on my way to Baltimore listening to you on the plane. Folks, we got Benny Jets on a plane listening to me. This pitch, that's a strike called. That pitch was low. Wow. Should be 3-0. It's 2-1. I tell you what, man. By the way, the catcher with that blue and yellow combo, he looks like a Spider-Man villain crouched back there. This pitch is a called strike, and the count is even up at 2-2. Folks, if you are tuning in along with me, just a reminder, if you are ahead of me, there's a way to sync up. Just if you're watching on a cable package, satellite, whatever, you can pause the game. You ought to be able to. Just allow me to catch up, unpause the game, and then get synced up. This pitch is tapped foul along the left side of the foul ground, third base side. Henderson's average is at 284 coming into the night. Lopez has a really good changeup. That's probably his best pitch. And that one swung on a miss at 91 miles an hour. That pitch was below the zone. Gunnar chased, and he strikes out to begin the ball game. We are underway. Can't make this stuff up. Benny Jets on a jet. That's right, folks. BW's voice is flying through the skies right now. Folks, Jordan Westberg, he's my boyfriend, Erica.
Well, West is that way.
My boyfriend is at the plate, and he takes a called strike. Jordan Westberg. It's amazing. He comes back into the team, and the team instantly looks better. It's almost as if he's an integral part of the whole operation. He's hitting 268 right now. This ball's hit on the ground. Backed up is the third baseman, Lewis. It's going to be a one-hop bounce to first. And apparently it beats Westberg with the first baseman coming off the bag. I want to make sure his foot is still on there when this ball is received at first. I think so. Nice play there by Royce Lewis. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold it now. Back it up. That angle looked worth looking at it twice. We're probably not going to challenge it, though. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, we're getting another look. I mean, it is. Oof. Hey, Anthony Santander, if this ball's fair, it's gone. That ball's down the right field line. I think it's fair. That ball is foul. Oh, no. Bruce, you don't have to address me directly. Please try to, interact with everybody in the chat. You can remove BW from most of your comments. Just, he looked out, or Tony gave it a ride, but foul. You honestly don't have to try and get my attention with every comment. It's a little bit distracting, and I'm trying to let you know that in the nicest possible way. I appreciate your input, but just slice the BW off. It'll save you a little bit of time. How about that? Anthony Santander is still at the plate, folks. No, it's not. Yeah, it's all good. Just, again, I understand occasionally wanting to get my attention for something, but for the most part, we're here to interact with each other, and I got to call the ball game, so I can't really respond directly to you every time you address me. You can understand that, right? This pitch is up and in on Anthony Santander. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on, and I'm going to hit this. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled away off to the right. All right. Defensively, it's Castro in left, Buxton in center, Margot in right for the Twins. Lewis at third, Correa at short, Farmer at second, Santana at first, and Vasquez behind the plate. Tony still up here with a 2-2 count. And the pitch from Lopez is off the plate, low and away. The count runs full. Just getting started, folks. Top of the first. We are going to be scoreboard watching, but we got to take care of business as well. The Tigers, our biggest concern, considering they're playing historically one of the worst teams of all time at home, while they're currently probably the hottest team in baseball. A check swing by Santander, an appeal, and he did not go. All right.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Tony takes a 2-out walk. First base runner of the night for the Orioles. And that'll get up the milkman, who's swinging a hot bat. Colton Cowser, 3 more games left to go to try to add to his case to become Rookie of the Year. First pitch to him, a check swing, and it's on the outside edge for a called strike. 245 the average, 23 homers, 68 RBI. That's right, folks. Get some cows up in the chat. Maybe a few milkmen if you got it. 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. By the way, for some reason, folks, my channel has not been shut down, despite the fact of claims by somebody that it would be. I'm honestly shocked. I feel so fortunate to be able to still call ball games for you. I'm a fortunate guy. 0-2 the count on Cowser. Santander at first base with 2 down. And the pitch is fouled away. Mr. Hyde, I think Louis Heel of the Yankees, the pitcher, is pretty much neck and neck. And I think it's really going to come down to those that vote on it, what they emphasize more, because it's really hard to compare a pitcher to a hitter and try to decide which one's better. 0-2 pitch is off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, what are you supposed to say? Well, this guy has an ERA of this, and that's as good as X amount of home runs for this guy. I don't know how they figure it out, to be honest. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Cowser chased a breaking ball that dropped off the table, and the Orioles strike out twice here in the first inning. They also get a walk, leave 1 man on. We go to the bottom of the first. The Orioles nothing, and the Twins coming up. Coming on up. Well, we're coming on up. Folks, there's already 114 of you here. 27 of you have hit the like button. I tell you what, you hit that like button. In the meantime, I got something I got for you. I got a little something for you. It's not just the hat anymore, folks. It's not just the hat. It is time. It is time for BW to get what he deserves. Oh, my butt feels good. Folks, welcome in. Hey, check it out. Oh, I need to lean back a little bit. Oh boy. Oh, right there. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, folks, from now on, I think I'm just going to call games like this. This is a whole lot better. Oh, jeez. This is way better. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, my. Tell you what. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. And you put the load right on me. All right, let me get up. First pitch from Povich is a called strike on the inside edge to Manuel Margot. Chillin'. The chair. Holy cow. Let me get that back where I want it. Next pitch is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. My goodness. The contours, people. Every contour. The lumbar support. Oh. The what do you call it? There's a curveball on the outside, and I'm telling you, this umpire's strike zone is gigantic. He is calling pitches off the plate in every direction so far tonight. 1-2 the count here on Margot, and he fouls this pitch off. Margot hitting .237. You might remember him during his days with the Rays. In his last 10 games, just 2 for his last 24. Good for an .083 average. One-two pitch, check, swing, and the ball goes back behind home plate. Foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, Mr. Hyde, making that statement sounds more like a jinx than anything else. Why would you even... It's one thing to think that, but to put it out there, if anything happens in the playoffs, the jinx is on you, sir, for that comment. I would actually just self-remove it. But that's just advice. Feel free to keep it up. But, yeah, that's how that works, man. If you invent a jinx in your own mind, that is not... That never works. Right? Hey, what if that might jinx us? That's... Now, in hindsight, you can always look for something to point to, but you never want to have foresight. The 1-2 pitch is fouled away. We'll do it again. Cade Povich has had to throw 8 pitches already to this leadoff man, Margot. He's being a bit of a pest, fouling pitches away. Pitch number 9 is a curveball and another foul ball. Wow. Margot may be in a slump right now, but he is certainly doing what a leadoff hitter should, making the pitcher throw a lot of pitches here. It's going to be a 10-pitch at bat at least for Povich to start the night. And this one's fouled away. Make it 11 coming up. My goodness. Folks, this is bad. This has got to get cleaned up quick. In these first 10 pitches, let's see, 4 fastballs and 3 curveballs and a sweeper. Check swing, did he go? And folks, that's just ball 2. That is just ball 2. 2-2 the count. Pitch number 12 coming up. That one's laced foul. Holy cow. Manuel Margot is going to take an inning away from Cade Povich tonight. 8 foul balls in this AB. It's not even a full count yet. Pitch number 13 coming up. And this one's popped up, finally. Dead center field. Mullins is there. He makes the catch. And 1 away, finally. Okay, we cannot average 13 pitches per batter, Cade, or else you're not even going to get through the lineup one time. That's on pace for 117 pitches through 1 trip in the order. That is not going to get the job done. Let's try and be a little more economical, Cade. Here comes Carlos Correa now. Right-handed batter. Multi-time All-Star. He looks at a called strike. Correa, you might remember most of his career spent with the Astros. Part of several of their successful teams. He hits a ground ball to third base. Urias has it over to first and plenty of time for the second out. Much better from Povich. All right. 2 outs, 15 pitches. Try to get this third one before we get to 20 and we can get this thing back under control. Byron Buxton coming up here, 276 average. Byron Buxton has a lot of history with Cedric Mullins. And Buxton with a big swing on a Povich fastball. He lines it foul. He's actually out ahead of it. Hey, the Royals are already losing by 2. Okay, so while it's nice, it's really Detroit that we have to watch. Because I expect the Royals to at least lose 1 out of 3, especially the way they've been playing. It's the Tigers playing the White Sox that's got me. Oh, that's speaking of got me worried. That one's going to get down the left field corner for extra bases. Byron Buxton, a line drive, a 2-out double. And the Twins have a runner in scoring position now with veteran Carlos Santana coming up. That ball was smoked, 105.6 off the bat. Ripped down the left field line. All right. What is on the back of Byron Buxton's neck? He's got a bunch of little circular adhesive bandages of some sort. Like, they look like the kind of things used to cover up zits. I don't know what that is. Here's a curveball and a beauty from Povich. Starts way off the plate and drops in there at the knees on the outside corner. 0-1 on Santander. 234 is average, 22 homers, 68 RBI. Another curveball. That one's hitting the center, but right at Mullins. And he's there for the final out. Cade Povich took forever to get to the first guy. But at the end of the day, I think he throws under 20 pitches to get through this inning, which, let's see. 20 on the nose. We can deal with that. We're going to the second inning, folks. No score in Minneapolis. Attacking the strike zone is good, but you got to have that put-away pitch. I mean, Manuel Margot is not a guy, I feel, that should be seeing 13 pitches against anybody if the pitcher is pitching effectively. Houston's up 3-0 on Cleveland. Now, my question there, Jeremiah, and I'm not trying to sound snarky, but this is just a genuine question. Is there any real potential outcome of any of that matchup? Like, Houston is locked in as the number 3 division winner, and they have to play the wild card, right? Cleveland's already locked up a bye. So whatever happens in that series, I didn't even know they were playing head-to-head, to be honest. Oh, so Cleveland is still playing to have a better record than the Yankees. All right, that makes sense. Well, then in that case, I'm rooting for them to lose. I'd rather play, because the 1 seed is who we play. I'd rather play the Yankees. Right now, we're matched up with the Yankees. That's who I want. We dropped 4 out of 6 to Cleveland this season. And those were some of the more frustrating losses I can remember on the season. Our inability to get Jose Ramirez out sticks out more than anything else. Here's Adley Rutschman, folks. He's going to lead off the top of the second.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Blanco working on a no-no. Uh-oh. We've got a lot to pay attention to tonight, folks. Rutschman up there, first pitch to him, and he takes one low and in for ball 1. 95-mile-an-hour heater from Lopez. Rutschman's average, again, right at 250. Needs one more home run to get to 20. That would be nice. Swing and a miss. He chased a pitch that fell off the outside part of the plate. And the count is 1-1. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how to handle sitting in a comfortable chair. Rutschman goes to the opposite field. It's a base hit. An inside-out swing. And the Orioles have their first hit of the ball game. And it comes from the guy in this lineup tonight that probably needs it the most. Adley Rutschman reaches with a leadoff single. It's time to turn and burn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
O'Hearn at the plate. First pitch from Lopez is in there with a strike. That looked like the changeup just floating in there at 86. 259 average, 13 homers, 55 driven in for O'Hearn. 0-1 is laid off. That pitch is low on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Against the Twins this season, O'Hearn is 4 for 12, and 2 of those 4 hits left the yard. This one's high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Folks, the other series, a 3-game series we played against the Twins at home this season, we swept them. That was when things were running smoothly. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and O'Hearn gets into one. This one looks good. This ball's gone. Bye, birdie. Turn and burn, Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn, number 14 on the season. And the Orioles jump ahead here in the second, 2-0. Folks.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Splash it up, folks. The Orioles are up 2-0. Ryan Mountcastle gets into one to the opposite field. That ball's hit pretty deep, and that ball is going to hit off the wall. Mountcastle will easily coast into second base with a stand-up double. Keep the water splashing.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Folks. This is a start. Here we go. 2-0 Orioles. Still nobody out. A runner in scoring position. Keep the line moving. Said you know what to do.
Well said, now you know what to do.
That's the 30th double for Mountcastle this season. And remember, he was away for what? Almost a month? Swing and a miss by Mullins. And that will be strike one on a pitch at the top of the zone. 2-0. Folks, a chance for us to clinch this home field ourselves. That's the way I'd like to do it. Mullins hits this one foul off to the right. Said, I know things are looking good right now, but remember the situation here. Second base, nobody out. And you're the kind of guy that should think that your speed is an advantage. Do something. Hit a ground ball on the right side. Get that runner on over. 0-2 pitch. He hits one to the right side. Hard, but foul. Still 0-2. Turn and burn O'Hearn. Folks, I'm tweeting that highlight clip to Ryan O'Hearn after the ball game. Yes, Dan, the chair. We'll have to look at it again in the next half inning. A closer look at the newest addition to the Oriole Birdwatcher family. It's the official Zachary Hawley honorary Birdwatcher chair. I hope Zachary makes his way back here at some point so I can thank him. 0-2 the count on Mullins. And that pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Folks, let me just put an asterisk in there. Anybody that's contributed with donations, with the super chats to help along the channel, it's all very highly appreciated, but I can't help but point out Zachary because, he really went above and beyond. Mullins pops this one up, foul ground, and it'll just be out of reach along the dugout railing there of Royce Lewis, whose eye tape, his eye black is rather ridiculous. What is he doing there? 1-2 the count on Mullins. He's already seen 6 pitches in the at-bat. Here's number 7, and he takes a whiff at a pitch way off the plate, and he strikes out for the first out here in the second. He did make Lopez work, though, 7 pitches. His pitch count is not too healthy right now with only 1 out in the second, 35. Tigers now up by 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Again, folks, the Tigers are at home playing historically one of, if not perhaps the worst teams in the history of baseball. You have to assume they're going to sweep. They may not sweep, but you have to assume it. So the magic number may only be 1 for us, but that 1 we got to get. We can't wait for them to give it to us. Ramon Arias is at the plate.
I have a brother.
First pitch is outside for ball 1. Arias, 253 average. Hitting 11 home runs, 36 driven in. OPS 753. Folks, for a number 9 hitter, that's pretty damn good. This one's hit on the ground, a tapped foul left side. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out, 2 runs in, and this pitch is up and in on Arias. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gunnar Henderson is on deck. Only 1 out in the inning. We should see him. Wow, the Twins' probability of making the postseason as of September 5th, which is what, 3 weeks ago plus a day, was over 95% probability of making the postseason. Currently, their probability is less than 3%. Now that is a collapse. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and the count goes full. Yeah, Michael, I think everybody has got their own opinion about which matchup they prefer. Even though the Tigers are playing hot, I honestly think we match up better. Even though that we beat the Royals more than we beat the Tigers. We took 4 out of 6 against Kansas City. This ball is stroked by Arias to right center field, but Buxton, he's got good range. He'll chase it down. Tagging up and hustling into third base with 2 down is Mountcastle. What am I talking about? O'Hearn hit the one out the park. Mountcastle's at third now with 2 down after this fly ball from Arias, which gives Gunnar Henderson a chance with 2 down to drive in a run here.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Hey, if you're in the mood, drive in yourself. I won't complain. "41 pitches in the second inning so far. Well, for the game, but we're in the second inning. And the first pitch to Gunnar is low. That looked a whole lot like the first pitch of the ball game he got, and that was called a strike then. Here it's a ball. I can see why Lopez went right back to that same first pitch. It worked in the first inning, but didn't work here. 1-0 pitch. Goes back to the same spot, and this time it's even lower. Gunnar lays off, and the count is 2-0. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. A big cut by Gunnar on a 2-0 count, and he got the pitch I think he wanted. Location was right there, just above the middle of the zone, but he missed it. 2-1 the count. 2 down, runner at third, 2 runs in here in the top of the second. Pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Count even up at 2-2. Folks, I want to clinch tonight. I mean, obviously, clinching a postseason berth is important. You got to get in to win if you want to try to win. So that trumps everything, I guess. But this is a huge clinch tonight. This would be a huge clinch tonight. Not only can we not worry about home field, with the remaining 2 games, we can give some guys like Gunnar or Tony a game off. And because, again, folks, it's just a Monday off day and then right into game 1 of the postseason. Tuesday, it's on. We got a full count here to Gunnar Henderson now. Mountie at third base with 2 down. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. Take your base, Gunnar.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
The Orioles are doing a really good job of making Pablo Lopez work. 47 pitches now. He might get to 50 here in the second inning. Jordan Westberg is up with first and third, 2 down.
Well, West is that way.
Westberg has hit the Twins well in his young career. 0 for 1 so far tonight. First pitch to him is up the middle, but it's going to be hit softly right behind the second base bag, and the second baseman will just scoop it up, tag the bag for the force to win the inning. But Ryan O'Hearn turns and burns for his 14th home run of the season, and the Orioles have taken a 2-0 lead here in Minneapolis. We go to the bottom of the second. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. I don't know why we really need to be scoreboard watching what the Yankees are doing, but I tell you what, Edward, if the Yankees lose tonight and tomorrow, then I want to know what they do on Sunday because, yeah, if they get swept by the Pirates, that means, and we were to sweep the Twins, that does mean that last game against New York could have been the division for us. But I highly doubt that'll wind up being the case. The Yankees have won the division. They're going to get a first-round bye. Astros owning Cleveland. Is Blanco still throwing a no-hitter? Blanco. I tell you what. I don't know who I want to play. I start to lean Kansas City again. I don't know. I was watching the Tigers-White Sox games before the stream tonight, the first maybe 5 innings of that game. And Detroit, even though they didn't put any runs on the board right until I started to sign off, first 4 innings, it was nothing, maybe 5. Garrett Crochet started for Chicago. He looked very good, but he could only go 5 innings. Despite the fact that he didn't give up any runs, I think. But, yeah, the Tigers just, they look very locked in. I was watching them play some defense. They just look locked in. The crowd there at the home park in Comerica Park, they're locked in. So maybe it is better to face the Royals. I don't know. I just know I have nightmares about how Kansas City's running game could give Corbin Burns some problems. Hey, we got the bottom of the second. Royce Lewis leading off. First pitch to him is ball 1. Next pitch is a curveball that gets in there in the top, the upper part of the zone. Not on the edge, but decent pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a fastball. Winds up in the same location. Lewis swings and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's hitting .242. Povich has thrown 22 pitches so far and only 3. Make it 4 now out of 23 pitches for balls. He is trying to throw strikes here. Here comes a 2-2 to Lewis. And a curveball laid off. And I can understand it from Povich. Trying to induce a swing here. I mean, he has established that he's throwing strikes. And if the Twins know that, then they're going to expect to see a breaking ball coming in to be in the zone. They try to swing at it. There's a ball hit in the air. This one's on the infield. Second baseman Westberg's got it. And that's the first out of the second. Povich retires Royce Lewis. And Kyle Farmer coming up next. Now, Farmer, if he's anything like the player he is on MLB The Show, and yes, I'm a 47-year-old man who still plays video games, particularly MLB The Show. He's one of those guys that can hit lefties, can hit righties. So he's in the lineup tonight. And he takes a look at called strike 1 from Povich. .223 average in 104 games for Farmer. Just 5 homers, 25 driven in. Next pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thank you, Robert. I hear you, Dan. Again, everyone's welcome to have their own opinion about what the better matchup would be for us, who to worry about more, you know. I think the fact is there is no matchup that we're not worried about, so we're sort of just splitting hairs here. Farmer fouls this one away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out, nobody on, bottom of the second. Farmer against lefties this season, there you go. .272 average, which is what? 40 points higher than his average on the season. He fouls this one off to the right. 50 points. He's 50 points better against righties than his average, which means against lefties, excuse me. I'll get it right. Against lefties, he's very good. His average is 50 points higher than his season average, which means his average against righties is really bad. This ball's hit on the ground to second, and Westberg's got it. He'll throw it to first in time, 2 away. Jordan Westberg. One thing I'll say is that I would like to see him play some third base here in these last few games. He's been playing mostly at second since coming back with Urias over at third. Ryan Jeffers at the plate, and he takes a curveball low for ball 1. I understand why tonight you don't put a Jackson Holiday in there and maybe put Westberg at third, because we really need to put out our best possible lineup and clinch this home field advantage. If we can do that tonight, as this ball's hit foul right-hand side, getting into the crowd, 1-1 the count on Jeffers, the DH. If we can clinch it tonight, again, we are afforded the chance to maybe give Holiday a couple of starts in the final couple of games. Maybe one day he starts at short and gives Gunnar a day off. Play him at second another day and give one of Westberg or Ramon a day off. 1-1 pitch, fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two nothing Orioles, bottom of the second. The 1-2 pitch is hit hard but foul on the right side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, my. O's Astros in the ALCS. 7 straight years the Astros have made the ALCS. 1-2 pitch. Oh, speaking of consecutive seasons, check swing foul here by Jeffers. Still 1-2. Folks, we are going to the playoffs for the 2nd straight season. Back-to-back postseason appearances for the first time in the 21st century. Okay? Here's a curveball swung on a miss. Jeffers strikes out on that giant yacker from Povich, and this inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Y'all come back now, yeah? Y'all come back now, yeah? Hey, now. Hey, folks, I'm in the mood for a lag check simply because you're watching. Nothing rhymes with watching. Blotching? I don't know. But hey, here's a lag check. Type in this number. The number is 4. 4. That's what you yell on the golf course when you're about to hit somebody in the head. Robert, look at him beating everybody to the punch. All right. Looking pretty healthy. But it's also looking a little bit, I got a feeling that we got a very small crowd here tonight. But hey, I'm still on the air. I mean, 142 people are currently watching. That's fine. Views will probably get up to 1,000 here in the next inning. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Oh, by the way, the chair. So here we go. As you can see, here, we have some very nice construction here. This is a very, tell you what, very heavy chair. I mean, this thing is heavy duty, I tell you that, which is good because I'm a big boy. And one thing I hate about chairs like this that you have to assemble is that, you lean back in them, and after about a year of doing that, one day you break the damn thing. This puppy's built to last. He got the little head pillow, which doesn't really sit up where my head is, but when you lean it back, it does. And then you got that little lumbar thing at the bottom. Yeah. I know it's a little, I don't know what any of these brands or anything. I don't know what any of it means. Hey, Anthony Santander at the plate on an 0-1 pitch. He pops it up to shallow left. Coming in and making the catch is Castro. One away here in the top of the third. All right. All right. How it all starts. BW Yankee fans will be chanting, "We won Baltimore," and you will sweep them, and you will feel like you peed your pant, but you will quickly realize you orgasmed. Rest in peace, Norm. Okay. Colton Cowser takes a called strike to begin this at bat. 2-0 Orioles, top of the third. Pitch. Off the plate outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, here's a talking point. 1-1 pitch. And that pitch is inside on Cowser. Folks, I think the common shared sentiment regarding the pecking order for our starters in the postseason have Burns and Eflin at the top. Here's a swing and a miss. The count 2-2 to Cowser. But let's say, and I feel like most people are maybe on the fence whether or not they would prefer Dean Kramer or Albert Suarez in a Game 3 situation, but I don't think a whole lot of people are saying Povich. What if Povich throws an absolute gem tonight? Would you want to see him in a Game 3? Or is that too much for the kid? Cowser takes a called strike 3, and he goes down 2 away. Mr. Hyde says Kramer. Kramer, I hardly know her. Well, he's got one more start to make. I don't know if he will be ready for Game 3 in the wild card round if he's starting on Sunday in the final game. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, he wouldn't. Kramer can't. He can't. That'd only be 3 days rest. I'm pretty sure he's scheduled to pitch on Sunday, the final game, unless we clinch and maybe we just use somebody else to start. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure if they want to try to use him out of the bullpen. Adley Rutschman with a check swing here. The count is 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. I'm not saying it's impossible. I've seen it happen. But a lot of teams with, their best young arm just trying to get established, they don't want to really mess with the whole routine, because it is a very different thing to be a reliever versus being a starter. And for him to make that adjustment on the fly in the postseason might be a risk the Orioles don't want to take. 3-1 the count on Rutschman. And there's a swing and a miss. He chased a ball 4 there. That pitch was near the dirt. Well, Lopez is still going to average at least 20 pitches an inning through the first 3, which means he's on pace to only complete 5 at best. And that would be good. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, and it's off the glove of the second baseman, who loses sight of it, Kyle Farmer. He is not known as a very good fielder. That should be an error all the way. That ball wasn't even hit all that particularly hard. I mean, if you or I are out there, it looks like it's coming at you a million miles an hour. But, that was on a bounce. And Farmer got 8 up. He did 2 spins. He did a double axel looking for that baseball. All right, folks. It's Ryan O'Hearn. He of the 2-run home run his last time up.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
2 down, runner at first, folks. Want to know the count on O'Hearn. The pitch. That is in there, a strike, 1-1. Come on, folks. I'm predicting Ryan O'Hearn's going to have a 4-hit night. The pitch. Swung on. That's chopped foul. First base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Robert, I was chirping for a long time that Suarez is the perfect guy in that long reliever role. And I still think once we get into like the division round, and that's, of course, fingers crossed, we got work to do. But in this best of 3, if we need to figure out who our third starter is going to be, I think he should be in the conversation. I mean, folks, if it gets to the point where Suarez has to come in and like mop up a bad start from Eflin or Burns in the first 2 games, then we're in deep trouble. But yeah, it would appear Kramer is not going to be ready for a Game 3 situation if he's pitching on Sunday. So that, yeah, but Dan, again, he's pitching Sunday. Game 3 is on Thursday. That's 3 days off. He can't go. He can't go Game 3. Full count on Ryan O'Hearn here. They're not going to pitch him on short rest. I can promise you. They'd never hear the end of it if he went out there and got blown up. They would never hear the end of it. This pitch is fouled away. The count remains full, and Rutschman was off with the pitch with 2 down in the full count. It's still days of rest, Dan. I mean, this is normal. I'm not trying to argue, dude, but they're not going to mess with Kramer like that and make him pitch on short rest and a potential, what would be a, win or go home game. Swing and a miss, or is that a called strike 3? I blinked right when the pitch came in. Either way, Ryan O'Hearn is down on strikes. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd, still 2-0. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we can clinch, then we got a way to get Kramer in Game 3. I am leaving that possibility open. If we can clinch, we can call up an arm, because nothing really matters results-wise, So, yeah, that's the one way Kramer's pitching Game 3, in my personal opinion. Otherwise, we would be seeing something very unorthodox going on. Is that game final now, Rob? It would appear to be. I disagree, Dan. I wholeheartedly disagree. We're just going to have to agree to disagree, man. I'm not putting an elimination game on the hopes of a guy on 3 days rest who's not used to ever doing that ever, and now we're going to make him do it now. It's a giant no for me. Now, if it was a choice of Dean Kramer or starting, Craig Kimbrell, then sure. But we're talking about picking Dean Kramer versus somebody like a Suarez or a Povich who would be on, full rest. It's not even a debate for me. But that's, again, we're probably not going to ever come to get anywhere in the middle on that. Atlanta's up 2-0 on Kansas City. That's in the 8th inning right now, so Detroit is just going to make it all the more guaranteed that they will be our opponent here. Usually pretty good. I think that works out. Boy, with those adjectives, what's that work out to? About a B-, C+? But Dan, you get me, right? Like, I get it that you prefer Kramer, but I mean, do you prefer him enough to do that over somebody else like a Suarez? This ball's hit to right field, and Santander backs up on it, but he's got room. He makes the catch in front of the track, 1 away. That was, who was this chubby man? walking off. That was Christian Vasquez. Wow, he's put on some weight since the last time I've seen him. One away in the bottom of the third. Probably in front of the track. I don't know. You guys will have to go back and you'll have to go back and check. Here's Willie Castro, 248 average. This guy's got double-digit homers and steals. He's got more hits on the team than anybody else in the lineup, and they got him batting ninth. I don't get it. I'm not complaining. I just don't get it. This pitch is low to Castro. Want to know. Maybe he's in a huge slump. But, yeah, leads the team in hits. Here's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Povich just hit 40 pitches. 1 out here in the third inning. Bases empty. 2-0 Orioles. I'm not missing your point, man. I mean, you can show me all the stats you want, but to me, they don't trump regular rest for a guy that's not. Look, if it was a seasoned veteran playoff experience pitcher, if we're talking about a Randy Johnson, all right? If we're talking about Max Scherzer circa a couple of years back, or Verlander, or somebody like that, then yes, I would. Or Garrett Cole now. Yes, I could see that's Dean Kramer. Just no. We have to give our team a chance to win. And Dan, I don't understand your rationale. Then are you meaning to tell me that Dean Kramer gives us a chance, but Suarez or Povich doesn't? I don't know. The one thing we also have to consider is, I mean, if whoever we're facing has a lefty-heavy lineup, then maybe Povich might be the guy you want. I don't know. Again, if Povich throws a gem tonight, I think you got to put him in the mix. There's a swing and a miss. The count is 2-1 on Margot. I mean, would I be 100% confident about it? No, but whoever starts the third game, I'm going to have a little bit of worry. You know, it's not going to be Burns or Eflin. 2-2 the count. On a foul ball by Margot behind home plate. Let's not throw this guy 13 pitches again like last time. Base is empty, 2 down, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Here we go. Margot's ready to start fouling off some pitches again. And Cade Povich is probably thinking to himself right now, what can I do to not make this at-bat last as long as the last time? The 2-2. Swing and a miss. It's the fastball. That'll get her done.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
But that's how you get that season experience. But I'm telling you, Dan, if Justin Verlander was a rookie with like 12 starts in his name at that stage of his career, I would say no to Verlander. If Kershaw was in his rookie year, 12 starts in, I'd say no to the idea. If you know, again, name any pitcher. It's the fact of his lack of experience. Well, not lack, I mean, just lack of postseason experience. I mean, you know, he's been around longer than Povich, so again, we can sit and try to break down every variable, but again, the number one thing that just says no to me and everything else is inconsequential is that I'm not going to let him pitch on 3 days rest. I'm just not doing it. So what do you say we move on to a new topic? Because I think we've exhausted this one. You've made your point. I'm not sitting here trying to say you're wrong. I'm just telling you my POV, but that's about all I can say. We are going to the fourth inning. 2-0 Baltimore. Coming up to hit, it would appear to be the bottom of the order. Mountcastle, Mullins, and Arias. Where's my coffee? Holy cow. Talk about neglect. Oh, that's not even room temperature, is it? All right, folks, stand by. I got to heat up some hot water here. Admire the chair. All right. Ryan Mountcastle leads off, and the first pitch is 4 inches outside, and it's called a strike. This umpire's garbage. Mountie doubled his first time up. The 0-1 is called a strike again, and Lopez goes back to the same spot. Why not? Mountcastle should have a 2-0 count. Instead, it's 0-2, leading off the top of the fourth. They set up outside again, and this pitch is nowhere close. But it's clear the Twins can see that they're getting calls go their way out there, and they're going to exploit it as long as the umpire will give it to them. The 1-2 to Mountie. Swing, and did he get a piece? It appears he did not. He will walk back, having struck out. No attempt to run down the first base to complete, to make them throw him out. He will go back to the dugout. So 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Sed Mullins takes the first pitch swing, and it's hit high into the crowd right-hand side. You can't really see it, but did you guys like how I just took my old chair and just chucked it behind? It's laying on its back right now on the ground. That torture chair. Your days are over. 0-1 on Mullins. This pitch is taken inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, swung on. He got jammed. He fouls it away, does Mullins. The count is 1-2. Hey, Matt. There's only a handful of pitchers in the game in the past 3 seasons that have thrown 180 or more innings. 2 of those guys are in this ballpark tonight. One of them is pitching right now, Pablo Lopez. Corbin Burns also on the list. I'm telling you, folks, this is why I don't think paying a whole lot for pitching is wise. I mean, it's just so hard for them to stay healthy. So hard to find a guy that can give you. Mullins with a soft liner to second base. I guess it took a short hop bounce because Farmer's going to throw to first to complete the out. Mullins might have slipped out of the box. He didn't even go down the line on that play. 2 down in the fourth, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ramon Urias.
I have a brother.
Do you now? So do I. First pitch to Ramon is fouled away. All right, Ramon, I want you to take the next pitch. I want to guarantee that Lopez throws at least 80 pitches through 4 innings. That's still on pace to go 100 through 5 and get him out of the ball game. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Well, he went after it. It's 0-2. Next pitch will be number 80. And that's good enough for me. Maybe Urias can do something. He flew out to deep right center field his first time up. The 0-2, setting up outside. He reaches for it and rolls over on it. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Urias retired and the inning is over. 80 pitches from Lopez through the first 4 innings. The Orioles have a 2-0 lead. They left 4 men on base, so they've averaged 1 left on per inning. Cade Povich is going to come out here for the bottom of the fourth, giving up just 1 hit through the first 3 innings. And his pitch count through 3 is 47, so just under 16 per inning. We can deal with that. And not to beat a dead horse, moving on specifically from the Kramer thing, but just talking about a Game 3 starter, I mean, we do have to consider the lineups here. I mean, again, if Povich is looking good, you might want that lefty starter. That's why I wanted Skubal so bad at the trade deadline. I'm like, no, that would be a lefty in this rotation that could kick some butt. I tell you what, the Tigers were right on the fringes there. 10 days before the end of the month of August or July with the trade deadline, the window closing, they were one of those teams that were sitting there going, are we buying or are we selling? They wound up pretty much doing neither. And it appears they made the right move. Grayson is going to be fine. Grayson would have been ready like for the October. Very close. He just ran out of time. That was the quote. He just ran out of time. He didn't have any setbacks. So unless something new happens between now and opening day 2025, he'll be ready. Bradish won't be. Tyler Wells probably won't be. Means won't be. This ball's hit to right field. First pitch of the inning, bottom of the fourth, and Correa will back up Santander onto the track, but Tony makes the catch, one away. One pitch, one out for Povich. You like to see it. So Correa retired. He's 0 for 2. And we're keeping that 300 hitter quiet so far tonight. Here's Byron Buxton. He has the only hit of the night. A double back in the first with 2 out. First pitch to him is looked like a slider. Was that the curve or it looked more like a slider the way it went in there? I think it was the curve. 81, I would think curve. 0-1 the count. That one's inside. And the count is a ball and a strike. Yeah, I agree, Dan. Buxton got into one here. Stay in the yard. It does. That looked dangerous off the bat. Buxton was going right to the gap of left center field on that swing, but just kind of hung up there. Mullins able to track it down. And that will be the second out here in the fourth inning. 2 down. Carlos Santana coming up. Is there some crazy weather going around? I know the Atlanta area had a lot of rain or whatever with all the rainouts, but is there something like nationwide or an entire coast getting hit with something? Is it still hurricane season? What's going on out there? Let me know, folks. This pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, there is a hurricane? Ah, boy. Is it a major one? What category are we talking? Has it made landfall yet? Where is it? Give me some deets. I need the deets. The 1-1 pitch is off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carlos Santana. Cat 3. So went from a 4 to a 3. Normally, once they hit land, it goes down a peg. That's the one nice thing, is that hitting that land usually will drop the intensity of the storm. That's what you hope for. I've got roots down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I know some people down there as well. This pitch is a swing, and the bat flies out of Santana's hand and lands not too far from Emmanuel Rivera on the back end of the dugout. In fact, it's Melanie Newman retrieving this bat. Boy, I hope Melanie's okay. I like to tease her from time to time, but the last thing I want to do is see a bat flying in and smacking her in the face. She seems okay. All right, we don't need to hear the whole anecdote about it. Great. Now they're giving her a chance to explain it all. It was a 3-second event, and now it's a 5-minute story. All right, Melanie. We got you. Glad to see. Okay. I know. Right there. It was right there. I know. It's crazy. It's wild. I know. Okay. Payoff pitch to Carlos Santana. It's just, what is she doing? Pitch. Fouled away. Well, could stay in play. First base side, but it is out of reach. Into the dugout. Mountcastle went down the dugout steps in an effort to make that catch. Hilton Head. Yeah, very familiar, Matt. Up and down the South Carolina coastline. All the way at the top there. What is that? What is that top part called? I mean, from Wilmington, North Carolina, really. From Wilmington, North Carolina, all the way down to, like, Beaufort, South Carolina. Here's a ground ball to second, and that'll end the inning as Westberg will get it over to first in plenty of time. Santana doesn't run well. And that'll do it. Cade Povich with 4 shutout innings of one-hit baseball. Not too shabby. Just 2 strikeouts in the 4 innings, but no walks. That ERA is starting to come down there. If he can give us 2 more shutout innings, does he have a shot to get that ERA to 5? He hasn't thrown so many innings where it's not too difficult to get that ERA down. I'd love to get it below 5 before the season ends. He's already got, what, a 2-9 record he's got to sit on. That's not so good. But you look at his ERA for somebody that hasn't watched Povich pitch, and they'd probably tell you that he was hot garbage. Well, he started off that way, but he's showing to me that I think he's got the stuff to be a major league pitcher for some time. I didn't think it. That first call up, every pitch up and away, could not command the curveball, no command at all. Yeah, Charleston, another spot to hit up and down that part of the coastline there. So you got Myrtle Beach. I was actually living in Surfside Beach, which is one town below Myrtle Beach, for a couple of years. Actually attended the first 2 years of college at a technical school there in town, because that's the best way to get some college credits cheap. You just transfer them over into the school you really want to go to. Just get all those required classes out of the way. I did that there in Myrtle Beach. I'd hit down Charleston and go to a place called the Music Farm. That was a popular venue in Charleston for live shows, bands. I saw REM play on tour there in the late 90s. This ball is hit on the ground at second base by Gunnar Henderson. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sorry, folks. They cut right back from commercial, and he's swinging away.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Well, he might be dating your mom, but he's already done at the plate. Gunnar is 0 for 2. But I think he's got a walk as well, right? Okay, Jordan Westberg is 0 for 2 tonight.
Well, west is that way.
And this pitch is up and away. Up and in, excuse me. Up and in. I think I need a lucky. Where's my coffee? I've suddenly hit a wall mentally. 1-0 pitch to Jordan Westberg is taken for a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. You'd love to see us get a rally here together and just get Lopez out of this game. That pitch is low. 2-1 the count. 84 pitches now for Lopez. Jordan Westberg looks locked in there, staring the pitcher down. 2-1. Oh, my God, Blue. Westberg stares the umpire down and asks for time after another terrible call against us.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
I'm sorry, folks. I swear, I am so fair. I am not like one of these, everything's... why? Why do the umpires so heavily penalize us and they don't do it to the other team? Swing and a miss, Westberg goes down on strikes. I just don't get it. I mean, we do get calls that aren't strikes, called strikes. They happen, and when they do, I point them out. Oftentimes, though, they seem to be in such situations that aren't a big of a deal. Here's Anthony Santander. He takes what looks like a splitter on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1 on Tony.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
The 0-1 is low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The crowd did fill in a little bit better than it looked after the first pitch, but still maybe only about 2/3 full. This pitch is fouled away by Santander. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we got a final. The Royals have lost. So there you go, folks. The Tigers have won. The Royals have lost. The Tigers are now officially ahead of the Royals for that next seed, which means they would be the ones playing us. And I just don't see how the Royals are now going to make a comeback. Santander with a line drive over the infielders up the middle for a base hit. A 2-out knock for Tony. Second time he reaches base with 2 down. He got on with a walk earlier in the ball game. Colton Cowser will have a chance to do something here.
Let the clutch out.
Whoops, wrong button. Let's see some cows in the chat. Where you at, milkmen? Where are my milkmen? First pitch is high for ball 1 to Cowser. Folks, I don't know what it takes in terms of numbers. Apparently, you're given extra custom emojis you can add, which I'd love to do. We only have 4. Apparently, the next level is 8. But I don't know why, but I'm not able to do it yet. I thought it had to do with your subscriber count, but apparently it has to do with your membership count. I don't have a whole lot of members. This pitch is low and in, which is okay because I get it. I'm not a big member of a whole lot of stuff out there. I kind of like to not join things, just observe and walk on to the next thing. 3-0 the count on Cowser. I need to get some more emojis up in here. 3-0 pitch. All the way. Taken. Why am I talking like Yoda? Taken all the way. All the way taken. Took it all the way he did. Three-one pitch. Popped up. Cowser slams the bat down. You know what? We got to stop doing that. This pitch has popped up on the infield, and that'll end the inning. The Orioles really... Cowser's doing this a lot. Gunnar's doing it a lot. We don't need to be slamming the bat down when we pop up like that. I mean, we're not helping things. We don't need to let the other team see how frustrated we are in a situation like that. I don't think it's good. Hey, the Nats beat up on the Phillies. Wow. How about that? The Phillies have got things pretty locked up on their end too, right? Are they still battling, I guess, LA for the #1 overall seed? But the bye week is already set to go. Oh, my goodness, folks. I can't believe this season is just hours away from concluding the regular season. Come Sunday, folks, I don't know. I might get emotional. I just might. It has been a pretty crazy 6 months for your boy. Pretty crazy. Anyone else other than me think the Twins uniform looks silly? See? Now I'm addressing. I've seen better City Connects. I've seen worse. I just don't understand why the need for such... It's almost like, what is the loudest color combination we can come up with? And that's everybody's job. Everything just looks too like something you'd see somebody wearing in a laser tag tournament or something. I don't know. It doesn't feel like baseball to me. But I don't mind it either. I'm not a big curmudgeon. I don't really care. But, you know, that's why I do like our Orioles City Connects. You know, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but just a black shirt with a white block letter of Baltimore across the chest and that cursive B, gray on black, whatever you want to call it. I like it. It's simple. It's old school. Everybody else is looking like they're in some kind. Oh, this ball's hit the right center field by Royce Lewis on the first pitch, and he flies out. Ced Mullins tracks it down in the gap. One quick out here in the fifth for Cade Povich, whose pitch count is now looking healthy. "59 pitches, only 15 out of the zone, 44 strikes. Here's Kyle Farmer, 0 for 1. He takes a fastball, perfectly located, belt high on the inside edge. Povich is looking good, folks, again. This is why I brought up the topic. I mean, if he gives you 6+ innings of one-hit ball, you mean to tell me he's not in the conversation? Especially if whoever we're playing, their best hitters might be from the left side, which I honestly think for Detroit that's the case. You're talking about what's his face out in right field. That's their best hitter. Kerry Carpenter, he's a left-hander. He got a couple of home runs off of us in a game. Colt Keith, another lefty bat. Who else? And right-handers for them, you know, they don't scare me as much. Maybe Torkelson, their best right-handed threat in the lineup. I don't know. I think it's something that we're going to be talking about here. First of all, let's pray there is no Game 3 because we take the first 2 games and call it a day. That would be ideal. 2-2 pitch, a bit high, full count. Dodgers with a 2-game lead for the best record. Okay, that sounds pretty locked up now that we're only 2 games and change left in the season. And the Phillies lost tonight like that. Here's a swing and a foul at the plate. Full count on Farmer. 1 out, bases empty, 2-0 Orioles. Those 2 runs on a 2-run homer by Ryan O'Hearn in the top of the second inning. The Orioles have out-hit the Twins 4-1 so far. The Twins have an error on the board as well. And oh, that's right. The Twins are officially eliminated. That's right. Even though Kansas City lost, the Tigers win. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Twins are now officially eliminated. I could be wrong about that, but I mean, it is. If they're not eliminated, it is the last thread. That pitch is inside, and Povich gives up a walk here. A 1-out walk to Kyle Farmer. Not ideal. It's his first free pass of the game, though. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And Dale's on. Which uniforms, Dale? The Twin City Connects or ours? Here's a curveball. Oh, it bounces and gets away from Rutschman, which allows the runner to move up in the scoring position and also takes away the conventional double play. That was not a well-timed wild pitch. First wild pitch of the whole ball game. And it comes in a not too good spot for us. So runner at second, nobody out. Ryan Jeffers the batter. And the 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. All right, Cade, lock in here. Lock in, buddy. You've been doing great so far tonight. 2-0 pitch. That one's hit in the air to left center field. It's going to stay in the yard, and Kowser's calling off Mullins. He makes the catch. Runner at second, Farmer, cannot advance. So a perfect result for us. A fly ball, but not deep enough. Probably hit the same distance to the right field. That runner can tag up, but in left field, it's a shorter throw. Farmer stuck at second base with 2 down. Oh, he would have moved up to third with 2 out. Never mind. I thought that would have been third base, 1 out. So really not a whole lot of reason for Farmer to risk it either way. We got 2 down, runner at second, and Christian Vasquez, who's 0 for 1. He takes a first pitch swing on a curveball, and this should end the inning. A high pop-up in the shallow center with Westberg going out there to make the catch. 5 shutout innings of 1-hit ball from Cade Povich, who is making his case right now. I'm telling you. Let's look at that Tiger lineup real quick. Let's look back at a box score from, just a few days ago. Let's see. This is the last game we played against the Tigers. Oh wait, no, that's the previous series. Yeah, Riley Green. Riley Green is the name I couldn't place. But, yeah, you got Parker Meadows batting leadoff. He's left-handed. Kerry Carpenter, who had 2 home runs in this game, he hits left-handed. Riley Green, their best hitter, left-handed. Colt Keith, left-handed. Trey Sweeney, left-handed. Zach McKinstry, left-handed. I mean, their best right-handed hitter, honestly, is Matt Vierling. And I think if Matt Vierling is the guy that beats you, then you say, well, I guess it's just not our destiny. But, yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward Povich as a Game 3 starter right now. I kind of am. A lot of lefties in there. Not to mention, folks, we got to use that ballpark to our advantage. We built a ballpark that is not only built, it's advantage for left-handed pitching because with a giant left field, you've already got right-handed batters who are going to stack you. They're going to stack the righties against a lefty. Well, they got to swing for the deepest left field in baseball. Whereas if you got a right-hander out there, they're going to stack the lefties. And how many times did the Tigers hit one out on the flag court in that series? Folks, listen to what I'm saying. Dan, I'm talking about between you and me, our back and forth. Dan, I'm simply trying to provide a relevant topic and something that Dan, come on, man. Did I blast you? Did I really? I apologize. Adley Rutschman's got an 0-1 count leading off the top of the 6th. Next pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is fouled back. No, Dale, not at all. Again, I'm just trying to plan for, this. The Orioles have to do the same thing. Sure, we would love to take the first 2 games, and that's the hope, that's the plan, that's the desire. But you got to be ready for something that could happen. You got to know. One-two pitch is low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, folks, stuff changes. Look, I might say something 1 week, and then a couple weeks later, I'm retracting it. I'll admit to it. I'll cop to it, but variables change. 2-2 the count on Rutschman. And that pitch is low and away. We got a full count. Adley's been on with 2 hits tonight. I'd love to see him have a big game tonight. Yeah, Ms. Janet, I'm going right back. I just, I'm locked in looking at this Tigers lineup for a sec. We'll get right back there. Full count on Rutschman. Lopez is at 100 pitches. I can't believe they brought him back out here. Here we go. Payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground and through on the right side. It's a base hit for Rutschman. He is 3 for 3. We need him back. Is Adley back?
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Folks, Adley. No uppercut swings to be had. Nary an uppercut swing. Just hitting line drives on the ground and getting hits. Here comes Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
And he goes to left field. This ball is going to be right at Castro. 1 away. Oh, I thought maybe that might find a gap somewhere, but that was hit right at the left fielder. O'Hearn flies out quickly. Ryan Mountcastle, the next guy up.
Okay, mount up.
Pablo Lopez is over 100 pitches. I mean, to be fair, this is his last start of the season. I guess if he wants to go a little deeper, then why not? You've got a few months to... There's a line drive base hit in the right field by Mountcastle. Opposite field, hit too hard for Rutschman to go first to third. But it's first and second now with 1 away. And with over 100 pitches by Lopez, you got to think that tank is running empty. How long are they going to keep him out there? 2-run homer by Ryan O'Hearn in the second inning, Matt. Ced Mullins is up.
Well said, now you know what to do.
In fact, it's right there. The scoreboard Janet wanted. There you go. There's the info. This pitch is inside to Mullins, 1-0. 1-0. Lopez, 104 pitches. Let's put him to bed. 1-0 is low. Ced wasn't even offering. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, you're going to have... Look, if they... I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think everybody's pretty aware about Brandon Hyde at this point, and that if he can't get out of the wild card round, that, people are going to start talking. I just don't see any point in really getting into that now. We got to back him now. And then he got all winter to say get rid of him or whatever, however you feel. But right now, as fans, we got to back everybody that's in this team. Even a Gregory Soto. This pitch is low. And Ced Mullins draws a walk. Folks.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
The bases are loaded. Here comes the Twins. Coach Lopez. Are they really just having a mound meeting? 108 pitches. They're going to leave him out here with the bases loaded. Wow. Okay. All right, you have your mound meeting then.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Maybe they think because the number 9 hitter is due up that it'll be a piece of cake, but this is not your average number 9 hitter, folks. This is Ramon Urias, all right?
I have a brother.
And Ramon can do something here. Bases loaded, only 1 out. A chance to either at least drive in 1 run with a fly ball. If not, we can bust it wide open with an extra base hit. First pitch is top of the zone for a called strike at 86 miles an hour from Lopez. 0 for 2 Urias tonight. Infield is playing in, trying to nail Adley out at home. Should he take off for first or home plate? This ball's fouled away. So quickly, Urias in an 0-2 hole. He's got work to do now. I just saw a stat that I don't even know what it means. Fastball run value. I don't even know what that means. Gunnar Henderson's on deck, by the way. 0-2 the count on Arias. The pitch. They're setting up outside, and he swung at a pitch off the plate outside by a foot. Oh, Ramon. As soon as I saw him set up outside, I'm like, oh, God. And he went after it. Man, oh, Shevitz. 2 down. It's going to be Gunnar Henderson's chance to do something.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
And Gunnar's going to get the Gunnar treatment. Here comes the manager. It's time for a lefty. Pablo Lopez's night is finished on 111 pitches. He's leaving the bases loaded with 2 down. He gave up the 2-run homer to O'Hearn, but these other 3 runners are his responsibility. Pitching change coming up, and I need a lucky. I'm just so not used to getting up out of this chair. All right. I tell you what, this shirt doesn't do me any favors. This shirt makes me look like Jabba the Hutt. I don't know. I look too large in this shirt. I'm already a large boy. Shante, I don't know what it is, but every time they get a runner in scoring position and they have a chance to bring them in, I don't know if they get overexcited or something, but they don't lock in. Yeah, I would agree with you over that month and a half of really bad offense. But I think we're showing signs of getting around that. We got to be more consistent if we want to get deep into the playoffs. We got 3 more games left here. Caleb Tealbar is on to face Gunnar Henderson. First pitch is a breaking ball. They call that a strike. Get bent, Blue. Get bent. You keep giving us these first pitch strikes. God. Ugh.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
So ridiculous. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, and it's going to be a force play at second to win the inning. Henderson leaves the bases loaded. Yikes. Ah, boy. That's all right. I mean, it sucks, but, what are you going to do? OG DeBoss? Who OG DeBoss? I want to meet the OG boss. Oh, there he is. OG DeBoss. Hi. Garbino, Baltimore overrated players, so-called stars. Huh? Garbino. Overrated. Yeah, because the Orioles, they're just constantly getting national coverage. Nobody can stop talking about the Orioles. Huh? I think there's a Twitter account called What Juan Soto Had for Breakfast that's got like 8 million followers. But yeah, the Orioles, they're too overhyped. All right. Makes sense. Small market team who everybody's down on since we've been slumping coming into this past week. But apparently, we're just we're overrated. All right. Tomorrow's game is going to be at 7 o'clock. So an hour earlier. Is that right? 7 p.m. Eastern. And then a 3 p.m. Sunday start. Cade Povich is ready here for the bottom of the sixth. First pitch to Castro is fouled away. Willie Castro 0 for 1. He's just his second time up here in the sixth inning. That means Povich has only faced 2 batters over the minimum in the first 5. This pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't want to say anything too mean to anybody who wants to insult my team or me personally, because I'd hate to have my channel shut down. Oh, no. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Castro after a foul ball. What's going on with Erica? 1 and 2 the count on Castro. And that ball's lifted to left field, but not a whole lot on it. Cowser coming in. He makes the catch. 1 away. Erica says hi, Janet. And then after that, oh, you talking about Gunnar, Janet, after striking out with the bases loaded? I think I know what you mean by pep talk. Except there's not a whole lot of talking going on during that exercise. Here's a called strike to Manuel Margot. I can't tell after the game. What are you, just waiting at the end of the tunnel? Line drive, and that's a problem. It's down to the corner in left field. Margot is going to get 2 bases. It's a 1-out double for Manuel Margot. Oh, Gunnar's. I think Erica would date Gunnar's mom just to get a little bit closer. I think Sean might be onto something. She is the. Oh, the man. Now, come on. Erica is a lady. She is a Hun. She is a respected citizen of the Baltimore area. Charm City chat is full of a bunch of horn dogs. That's fine. I get it. Why? There's a reason we're the STD capital of the world. We wear that like a badge of honor, right? We specialize in crabs. It's always been that way, right? All right. Carlos Correa, after a mound meeting at the plate, 1 on, 1 out. Povich is on 77 pitches. First pitch, check swing. He went around at Correa on a fastball above the zone. Neither team has a hit tonight with a runner in scoring position. The Orioles 0 for 5. The Twins 0 for 3. Let's make it 0 for 4 right here. We're going to turn around and look the runner back to second, Margot. Margot's got plenty of speed. Not sure if he's as quick as he was when he first came up, but he was known as a base stealer coming up with the Rays. 0-1 pitch. That's hit on the ground softly. Gunnar has it. Margot has to hold at second base. A nice accurate throw to first for the 2nd out. 2 down in the 6th. Povich just on 79 pitches. And folks, remember, the first batter of the game was a 13-pitch at bat. It only took 6 pitches to get out of that inning. And after that, oh, they're going to take him out of the game right here, huh? On 79 pitches. Wow. All right. Brandon Hyde appears to be making pitching changes at this stage of the season with the postseason in mind, I think, because I don't know why else you take Cade Povich out right here. He has given up a double to Buxton earlier in the ball game. But hey, Michael, interesting fact. Me and Brian Roberts both attended the University of South Carolina in the same years. We're the same age. And the interesting fact is my girlfriend at the time lived in a house that was like right over the left field wall of the home park, right there on the adjacent to the campus at Columbia, South Carolina. So I was always following Brian. When I knew Brian Roberts was an Oriole, I was so excited. I was like, that is so cool. So yeah, he's one of my favorite players. B-Rob. Who's coming in? Well, it's going to be a right-hander. That much is certain. They're not going to take Povich out just to bring out another lefty. That is for sure. I did not see anybody getting loose. So it's a guess. Who do we got to choose from? I wouldn't go with Bowman. I would trust maybe a Jacob Webb here. It's only the 6th inning, though, so we can't use our best guys quite yet. We'll see. It won't be Craig Kimbrell. That much is known. That's right. I'm a Gamecock. I am a Gamecock alumni. I tell you what, man. Had a lot of fun during my college years in Columbia, South Carolina. But, man, that place in the summertime, hottest place on earth. It is Jacob Webb. All right. That would be my guess. Here he is. Jacob Webb on to face Byron Buxton. 2 down, runner at second base. 2-0 Orioles. First pitch is a breaking ball off the plate outside. 1-0. Povich cannot lose the game. That much is sure. But we want to see him get the win. Add to that not so attractive looking 2-9 record he currently sits on. This pitch is hit into center field. Mullins comes in. It's right to him. He's got it. And this inning is over. Oh, that ball hit on the line by Buxton, but right to Mullins. And boy, said Mullins is always around when Byron Buxton is up there to hit. Folks, if you have a short-term memory, if you don't follow the Orioles all that close, Cedric Mullins has robbed Byron Buxton of a home run on more than one occasion. Last season he did it at least twice. 2 of the best damn plays Mullins made last season were robbing Buxton of a home run. We go to the 7th inning. It's still 2-0 Baltimore. Let's get some more runs here. We are now into the Tiger bullpen, or excuse me, the Twins bullpen. Let's get some runs. Erica went to Oral Robert. Erica, that is some clever wordplay right there. That is fantastic. Erica wins Charm City Birdwatcher of the Night. You're number 1, Erica.
We're on a mission from God.
Erica doing everything she can to keep the team's morale up. And I guess morale is a pet name for something else. Whatever she's keeping up, she's doing a good job. All right. Top of the 7th. Here we go. Westberg to lead it off. 0 for 3 tonight. That means he's due. Holy cow, look at the lighting on this. Is that real? Am I looking at like Grand Theft Auto, or is this an actual shot of Minneapolis? It's a bunch of neon. The water looks crazy. This looks like a Tim Burton movie. What the hell am I looking at here? All right, back to the ball game. Westberg, first pitch off the plate outside for ball one. Caleb Tealbar, the lefty, still out here. He only threw 2 pitches to get the final out in the 6th inning against Gunnar Henderson. Westberg again 0 for 3 so far tonight. Here's a big breaking ball. Chopped foul off to the left. And the count is 1-1. Tealbar's fastball is around 93, but he's mostly known for his breaking ball stuff. Think a poor man's Danny Coulombe. 1-1 pitch is a how are you calling that a strike, you son of a... Every inning. We can't get through one inning without a bull. I'm trying to not swear. That pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Man, oh man, 3 straight games with a bad ump. This pitch is a curveball reached for and not a whole lot on it. It's going to go in a foul ground, first base side. Catch is made by Santana. 1 away. Oh, boy. Hey, Erica, not for nothing, but now that I got this new chair, all I'm saying is with this, recline action I got, Erica, I'm just saying, if you're ever in the area, I could, I could just lean back like this and, we could, get to know each other. Or I got a Gunnar Henderson bobblehead doll over here if you're interested. Anthony Santander at the plate, folks. 1 out, nobody on. And this pitch is called a strike on the outside edge. Oh, what a relaxing position this is. I could see how this chair could really come in handy. The 0-2 is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, I think I'm going to start calling games like this. This is much better. This is a whole lot. I feel like I'm at the dentist. Somebody check my lower bicuspids. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, or no, it wasn't. That was a fastball. Up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yep. Erica, anytime, you just, give me a 10-minute warning. And, pitch popped up. Center field. Buxton waiting. He's got it. 2 away. 2 down, top of the 7th. Oh, I don't need a 7th inning stretch. I'm fine just like this. By the way, how many chins am I currently showing? Boy, I might have a little triple chin action going on, sitting like this. But, I can almost read the Charm City chat from here. Almost. Colton Cowser takes a called strike with 2 down. He is hitless so far tonight, including a couple of strikeouts. The 0-1 from Tealbar. That one's crushed. Stay fair. Stay fair. That ball is gone. Bye. Bye, birdie. The milkman delivers again. Number 24 on the season. Your boy has to rise from his new chair because it's time to play with the soundboard.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
All right. Top of the morning to you, folks. Orioles 3, Twins nothing. 2 down, bases empty, and Mountcastle with a big swing, but it's going to be an infield pop-up, and that'll do it. Excuse me, that was Rutschman. That was Rutschman at the plate. It happened so fast, I saw a right-handed hitter. I forgot there's a lefty on the mound. Rutschman was turned around. I stink. Rutschman with the infield pop-up to win the inning. Sorry about that, Adley.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Folks, it's the 7th inning stretch. There's only 3 more of these left in the regular season. You know how this works. I don't care if we're on the road. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Calf of the year.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Lovely. Hey, folks, we got a break, and I'm looking at 93 likes. There's nearly 200 people here. Not even half of you watching right now have hit the like button, and that's okay. I'm not here to reprimand you. I'm here to ask you for a favor. This is a small independent channel that started this season. It has grown phenomenally, and it will continue to grow, but it's only going to be with the help of people like you folks. I don't got like tons of money to throw into this thing and like fake success. Yeah, I can go out there and pay for things to make this channel grow a little better, but it's all DIY, folks. It's a community effort. If you're an Oriole fan and you like the place to hang out where you can depend on coverage, then I would suggest, not only hitting the like button, but consider subscribing as well. This is the place to be. Act like wherever you are, this is the place to be. That's right. Oh, the man. Is he gonna go? Is that name gonna go down in Birdwatcher channel history? Is he a legend at this point? Hey, the Yankees lost. Well, that means 2 games left for New York, and if they lose both of them, then we can sit there and wonder, what if we didn't get our butts kicked in that final game? What I've come to realize in my 47 and a half years on this planet, though, is that if you sit around going, what if, you usually walk away feeling crappier than you did than when you started. Jacob Webb still out here in the top or bottom of the 7th, and after a first pitch ball, it's a swing and a miss by Santana, who is now turned around to bat left-handed against the righty Webb. This pitch is up and in. The count is 2-1 on Santana. Let's see what this lineup is looking like. Righty, right. It's nothing but righties, folks. They don't have any lefties in this lineup. This ball's popped up behind the plate. Rutschman with his mask off, but he's out of room. So we're going to need our right-handed relievers to be on point tonight. Despite the fact that it's a right-handed heavy lineup, though, Danny Coulombe is up. And you know what? I like the play. Because I don't think our righties... Again, I'm not trusting Matt Bowman. Not right now. This ball's popped up by Santana to right center field. Santander is waving off Mullins, and he makes the catch. Santana flies out. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Orioles. And the outs are starting to count down here. 8 more to get. 2 innings and 2 more outs here. Royce Lewis coming up next, 0 for 2. This first pitch is a fastball. Got away from Webb. Way too high for ball 1. Yenier Cano is sharing a laugh with Cionel Perez right now in the bullpen. You would think Cano, a right-hander, would be used at some point in this ball game. As this pitch is fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. I still see him as a low leverage guy, the man. And right now, I think our number one priority is to lock up this home field advantage with a win. And, yeah, if we can expand the lead some, sure, bring him in. But I really want our best guys out there, and I don't think he's one of our best. Not enough trust there for me, not yet. I've seen some things that make me go, maybe he can help us out. But, like, yeah, him, Brian Baker. Oh, crap, the 2-hour mark, folks. Your boy forgot. Your boy forgot.
3-2, got him. Yeah, and that's why 94 looks like about 100.
Hey, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Jacob Webb strikes out Lewis. 2 down.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Is that the case, Matt? You see, if you were my friend, you'd know that I didn't drink a whole lot of beer at that age. I was too busy smoking grass and taking acid. Here's Brooks Lee. He's coming on to pinch hit. Left-handed bat. I remember the first time somebody got me drunk. Oh, man. And it happened down in Myrtle Beach. It was my junior year of high school. I met a friend named Jeremy who was a big fan of White Zombie. He loved metal. I remember I met him. He was wearing some Chuck Taylors, these like shredded shorts. He had this crazy sort of dreadlocked hair. We became friends immediately. And we got a 1-1 count on Corey Lee here. And this pitch is fouled away. So there came a point where his mom was out of town. He said, come on over, Steve. Let's get our drink on. I'm going to get a case of Budweiser or whatever. Some terrible, awful, low-grade beer. And I sat there, and I started drinking, I don't know, about 4 or 5 cans of beer. First time ever. I proceeded to walk outside because I was feeling queasy. I then just laid on the side of the road, like next to the mailbox, and proceeded to projectile hurl, whatever I had just drank, clear across to the other side of the street. Folks, I made a green rainbow. You never seen anything like it. That was my first drinking experience. 1-2 pitch is low. 2-2 to Corey Lee. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th, 3-0 Orioles. So perhaps that's why I'm not much of a drinker. That first time, it was just a whole lot of throwing up. This pitch is off the plate, and the count goes full on Lee. Now, perhaps if I had had a quality beer, that wouldn't have happened. But it was like Michelob Light or something like that. Some terrible beer. This pitch is foul at the plate, and we'll do it again at full count. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Hey, JJ's here. How you doing, buddy? Hey, JJ, I heard the Phillies got beat pretty bad. I guess it's looking more like the two seed. Don't worry about it, man. If you're the 2 seed, don't worry about it, man. This pitch is pop foul. We'll do it again. Jacob Webb trying to find a put-away pitch here. Next pitch will be the 9th of this sequence. Yeah, Vonnie, I mean, maybe if my dad wasn't an alcoholic, that's probably another reason. Swing and a miss. Corey Lee strikes out to end the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Y'all come back now, yeah? Folks, what's going on down at the nightclub tonight?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh, ha. Special lucky time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for the late innings. man. This one's pretty resonated. You really got a drag off of this. My goodness. It's like trying to suck a golf ball through a garden hose. You know what I'm talking about, right, Erica? Erica, you still with us, or are you already making your way to the tunnel? Where'd she go? Ah, boy. I'm only picking on Erica because she seems to be okay with it. And once you allow me the license, I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Huh? Are you here? I'm here. All right. That was a little questionable. That was about a minute wait there. All right. Hey, Einstein High School down in Wheaton, Maryland. Hey, anybody from Cockeysville? I missed the earlier comment. If you are on the team, just put up a bat. So I need to, all right, I'm going to go out and get an Orioles uniform. How much does it cost to get the pants and everything else? I know the jersey. I know how much a jersey costs. I'm going to get a full Oriole outfit that's shaped like a penis. We got a lefty out here named Funderburk. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this guy. And is that Emmanuel Rivera on the pinch hit for Ryan O'Hearn? Very interesting. Next pitch is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Emmanuel Rivera on the pinch hit for Ryan O'Hearn. This might be overthinking it, Brandon Hyde. I don't know. Kind of liked what Ryan O'Hearn was doing tonight. This pitch is fouled away. Funderburk. Left-hander. Don't know much about him. Got a big head of hair. Looks like the dude from Samurai Cop. This pitch is upstairs. The count even up at 2-2 on Rivera. Hey, folks, if you're interested in a movie that's so awful, it's hilarious and entertaining, go find a movie from 1990-91 called Samurai Cop. You'll enjoy it. Rivera with a line drive down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. And it's going to hit up against the stands that jut out, which prevents Rivera from getting a double here. Hit right down the right field line, but a nice friendly bounce toward the right fielder will hold Rivera to a leadoff single here. A pinch hit single leading off the top of the 8th. And coming in to pinch run, Matt Holliday. Hey, folks, we're getting everybody involved. So props to Emmanuel Rivera, who gets nothing but high fives in the dugout, and he's got a big smile on his face. And you know what? I'm really happy for him because, again, one of these position players is not going to make the cut for the playoffs. And when you look at the way things are stacked, it really looks like he's not going to make the cut. So very happy for him to make a contribution like that and see a big smile on his face, getting high fives from everybody else. Ryan Mountcastle at the plate, runner at first. With nobody out, Holliday, the base runner, pinch running for Rivera. Mountcastle, where's your button?
Okay, mount up.
Oh, a big cut and a miss here on a heater way too high. That was about neck high. And Mounties behind 0-2. Mountcastle with a couple of hits tonight. Folks, Urias, Mountcastle, and Westberg, all three of them coming back from injury, and none of them look rusty at the plate. You got to be happy about that. This pitch is fouled away, still 0-2. So this arsenal from Funderburk includes a cutter, slider, sinker, and change. Cutter and slider making up about 80% of the pitches. This ball's hit on the ground, and it's going to get through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Ryan Mountcastle finds the smallest of holes on the left side of the infield. A seeing eye single to left. Holiday will stop at second, 2 on with nobody out, and the Orioles with a chance to open this game up. And let us relax. Turn on the faucet. The sprinkler is on. Special Lucky will have to be set down for a minute. Ced Mullins, you know what to do. Come on, buddy.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Oh, Ced. Ced in the mystery of the bunt. He shows bunt. It's a strike, but he brings the bat back to take it for strike 1. I understand wanting to bunt here, but he tries to bunt again. Did he go? A check swing on a bunt, an appeal at third. You don't see this often. He did not go. And the count is 1-1. Come on, Ced. You got to know how to be able to lay a bunt down. You know what it is? He's showing bunt way too late. Why wait that late to show it if you've already shown twice that that's your intention? Luckily, this pitch is off the plate. The count is 2-1. The bunt is still on if he wants to do it. Just square around, Ced. It's okay. He squares around too late, and he fouls this pitch behind the plate. Why are you doing this, Ced? I love you, buddy, but there's just no reason. I mean, I guess he wants the pitcher to think, hey, I might swing away. I might. You won't know until it's the... But you need more time to prepare to... Yeah, that's just... You can't do that, Ced. 2-2 the count. This pitch is upstairs. Full count now. Come on, Ced. Ramon Arias is waiting on deck. First and second, nobody out. The pitcher, Funderburk, steps off, looks Holiday back at second base. Yeah, you get the sign to bunt, but you have to square around earlier. Mullins is going to hit a flare, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Holiday will have to stop at third. I tell you, if he had a better read, I saw a hit all the way. Holiday only able to stop at third. But, folks, it's nobody out with the bases loaded. We've got to cash it in. Ramon coming up. Let's get some runs.
Hey, you know who used to say, let's get some runs all the time? My old pal, Harry Carey. By the way, meeting on the pitching mound. Anyway, happy anniversary to the guy yesterday that claimed that he was going to throw my channel off the air. For some reason, I'm still streaming. But thanks anyway. It's your one-day anniversary of being a complete douchebag.
All right, this meeting on the mound is over. JJ, you'll just have to watch yesterday's stream to, pick up on the hints. Trust me, it was funny. Breaking ball way up and away to Arias. That ball nearly went to the backstop. Folks, 1-0 on Ramon. The next pitch. Oh, he took a cut at a high heater. That would have been 2-0. Instead, it's 1-1. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the 8th, 3-0 Baltimore. Arias. Swing. A foul back behind home plate. And the count is 1-2. JJ, there's too much. You could spend the rest of your life trying to soak in the magic your boy's putting out here. You guys, too much catching up. Swinging a foul ball at the plate, still a ball and 2 strikes. It's magic. Everywhere you look. Folks.
Do you believe in me?
I hope so. 1-2 pitch. Taken low and inside. The count is 2-2. Come on, folks. Charm City Chat. Getting the double bugle. The 2-2. Swung on, line drive, base hit left field. It'll only score Holiday. Everybody had to be careful as that ball might have been caught on a line by the third baseman, but Ramon strikes. That ball was laced into left. An RBI single, 4-0 Baltimore. And the bases are still loaded.
It's magic, you know. It's magic.
Folks, it's Gunnar time.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
I bet he is. The pitch, taken inside, ball one. Folks, we are moments away from clinching home field advantage, I feel. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike at the top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks. Excitement is in the air. Love is in the air. The 1-1 pitch. And Henderson gets into one. Center field. Buxton's backing up. It will score a run. He makes the catch. Coming in to score is Mountcastle. Who was that coming in? Who is that? Mountie scores on a sac fly, and a runner from second moves up to third, said Mullins. He tags and gets to third with only 1 out. 5-0 Baltimore. First and third with 1 down. Lovely. Folks.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
You're damn right.
This being Baltimore and all.
We're on a mission from God.
What's that, Elwood?
We're on a mission from God.
Do you believe in me?
This is great iced tea.
Jordan Westberg is at the plate, folks.
West is that way.
First and third, 1 out. The pitch swung on. He took a cut at a high heater. Oh, no, that's 91, yeah. High gas. He swung and missed. Westberg is 0 for 4 tonight. He's due. I'd hate to see him go 0 for 5. Come on, Westy. The 0-1. Taken, and that's a tough called strike, too. That looked an inch inside. Once again, folks, borderline pitches. Am I a cynic or what? This pitch is fouled away, still 0-2. I mean, it just feels like the opposing team doesn't get burnt like that like we do. That is probably the 6th or 7th pitch tonight to put a batter behind in the count for us. That was not in the zone. 0-2 pitch. This one's tapped foul off of Westberg at the plate. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Westy knows how to hang in there with 2 strikes, folks. Come on. I don't know. I don't know if Erica is going to want to, do cosplay with me, wearing an Earl Weaver uniform. I don't know if that's, if Earl's her type. This pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. By the way, folks, all of this back and forth with me and Erica, it's all good because I live in Thailand. All right, I'm not trying to hook up. Don't worry. That would take a whole lot of effort. This pitch is hit on the ground and fouled down the left field line. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Erica, whatever fetish floats your boat, you just let me know. I'm here to accommodate you. Whatever it takes, Erica. But the fact is, I mean, right now, the way you're talking, you really got to perform. You really got to show me something. Two and 2 on Westberg. First and third, 1 out. 5-0 Baltimore. 2 runs in here in the 8th. The next pitch from Funderburk is low and in, and my goodness, don't hit Westy now. Westberg gets out of the way. It's a full count. No, you're not supposed to hear my real laugh when I'm really, really amused. It's a bit of a cackle. I'm sorry. We got a payoff pitch coming. Come on, folks. Swung on, hit right back to the pitcher, but he bobbles it, picks it up again, and it looks like a tag play on Westberg going down the line. But that is only the second out. A run will score on this ground out. Said Mullins is in, folks. It's 6-0. Check, please.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Check, please. Me and Erica got someplace to be. Here's Anthony Santander, and he takes a little bit high for ball one. Tony.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
I tell you what, the ladies of Baltimore does kind of make me feel a little bit homesick. I got to be honest. 1-0 pitch. Inside 2-0. Oh, boy. Oh, if you met me in a dive bar, we're probably going home. That's all right. I'm out here. 2-0 pitch is hit up the middle, a base hit. Actually, left side of the infield. And Arias is going to round third. He's going to come in to score. Folks, we've got a touchdown. Anthony Santander keeps the line moving at 7-0. And folks, I'm saying it right now, buy your playoff tickets at home because we're going to be hosting the wild card round. It's a happening.
It's magic, you know.
It's a happening.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Funderburk is still out there for some reason. Here's Colton Cowser. Get those cows up, folks. Cowser hit a home run his last time up. He takes a called strike 2. Runner at first, 2 down, 4 runs in. The Orioles have now out-hit the Twins 12-2. You don't think we're playoff ready? This is a check swing, and it's off the plate for ball one. You don't think we're playoff ready? You made me chop off your hand because Charlie M said we weren't playoff ready? You made me pop out your frickin' eyeball because Charlie M says we're not ready? 1-2 on Cowser. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Third time he strikes out tonight. Apparently Kevin Brown is also experiencing a little bit of magic in his own booth. What can I tell you, folks? We're Oriole fans, and for the last 41 years, it's been one growing hard-on. Let's face it. All right? This goes back before Viagra. I am ready. I don't need a fluffer on the set. I am ready to go. Let's go. All the way. And that's about as naughty as I'm going to get. Matt's typing in, wow. Maybe I went too far. Folks, if you prefer comedy, pushing the envelope is kind of what you got to do. You kind of have to push the envelope to see where that edge is. I am walking on a razor's edge. I'm sure somebody here will probably unsub. Oh, this guy, I used to like what he does, but he's just too raunchy. He's too raunchy for me. I know. I'm just not going to be able to please everybody. We can't all be Erica. what are you going to do? Folks,
I offer you the opportunity to join me in glorious battle.
how about you sub up or something? I mean, what do you want? You got a guy calling a game like a pro, and you get a little stand-up thrown in? I mean, Jesus, you get that. You get everything. It's the greatest, and it's interactive, too. I mean, it's free, it's interactive, it's funny, and it's informative. Gee, I wonder if I'll be around for a while. All right. Oh, and don't forget the karaoke. That's right. Hey, karaoke. That's another Japanese word. Kind of like Harry Carey and sayonara and some other terms. I don't know why those come to mind, but anyway, Ryan Jeffers is at the plate. Danny Coulombe's still out there. To begin the bottom of the eighth, 1-0 the count. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. Oh, I have, Tony. The 1-1 pitch hit on the ground and gobbled up by Gunnar Henderson. The throw is going to be, sorry, there's a lag on this play, in time. Henderson throws out Jeffers to begin the bottom of the eighth, folks. 5 outs more until we celebrate. Folks, in the era of the chair, the Orioles have outscored opponents 7-0. That's where things stand in the era of the chair. First pitch to Christian Vasquez gets away from Coulombe. That pitch was over the head of everybody. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the eighth. Orioles 7, Twins nothing. This pitch is high. This is a 2-0 count. It is a cool bunch, and I love to make everybody laugh. But for some reason, some people, they'll show up the first time, and the first thing they want to do is insult me. And I respond to them, and in a way I feel is fair. Hey, the first thing you're going to do is insult me? Let me insult you back. And then they get all mad, and then they hate me. And guess what, folks? They keep watching anyway. This pitch is ball 4. Christian Vasquez with a 1-out walk. Hey, let me talk to my hate watchers out there. We got a break. We got a moment. I want to thank you guys, the hate watchers, because here's something you might not know. YouTube is very familiar with the concept of hate watch. I mean, we all are. And YouTube, guess what a dislike button does for a channel like mine? As Castro fouls one off to the left. Willie Castro 0 for 2 tonight. Guess what disliking one of my streams does? It does the exact same thing productive as a like does. YouTube doesn't care. They want engagements. They want people hitting buttons. So thanks for doing that, haters. I appreciate it. Some of you have really committed. Every night, you don't forget to hit that dislike button. And I want to thank you for that. 0-2 the count now on Castro. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the eighth. You can blame it all on them, Zop. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, and the count 1-2. Oh, hate watching is a huge thing, folks. I hate watch stuff. I turn on to a Yankees stream when they're losing bad. I actually had a hate watch party here for a post-game one night. This ball is a comebacker to the pitcher. Coulombe picks it up, fires the first just in time for the second out. Runner at first will move into scoring position. But there are 2 out in the inning. The Orioles up 7-0 here in the bottom of the eighth, and this ballpark is starting to clear out. See, Jeremiah was hooked with the Mr. Belvedere theme song. When you dropped kick your jacket and you came through the door, no one glared. But sometimes things get turned around and no one stares. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet. That one's just for you there, Jeremiah. We got a 1-0 count on Manuel Margot. 2 out, runner at second. Bottom of the 8th. Mal, it's looking like Detroit. It's not official yet, but it's looking like Detroit. This pitch is inside 2-0 to Margot. There's Dean Kramer and Albert Suarez sharing a laugh together. Hanging over the dugout railing. Spirits look good in the dugout. This pitch is inside 2-1. 2 down in here in the 8th. That's right. And folks, who brought that up before? Is it Dan? I'm sorry if I got the name wrong or if I remember incorrectly, but that whole conversation again, I'm totally for it. I do think Dean Kramer is the best of the options. I don't think it's a huge gap, but I do think he's the best of the 3 options. And yeah, let's have him not pitch that final game. We got to figure out a way to get him something though, because it's going to be a big gap between the last start and a potential Game 3 start. So we'd still need to maybe come out of the pen and maybe throw, 20 pitches or something. Or just throw a side session, something. But I'm down with it. I'm down with the idea of scratching Kramer for Sunday. 3-1 pitch taken for called strike 2. All right. Not sure about that last comment, Jeremiah, but maybe that's a... Oh, it was Mr. Belvedere. Was he known to be that? This ball's hit to Arias, and he's going to throw to first in time. Folks, the 8th inning is over. Danny Coulombe gets the job done. So nice to have him back in this bullpen. He is a guy that I trust. We go to the 9th, folks. One more inning before... Celebrate good times. Come on. Hey, that's what I'll do. I'll just sing celebration songs when we get this last out. I'll try to avoid a copyright. I will try. It'll just suck, again, because when I get one of those, I have to go in, edit out the clip, or take the mute it. And what that does is it disables the live chat replay. So when you go back to watch some of these games and you're like, well, where's the chat replay? It's because your boy sang too well. I could have been a contender. You know, these Orioles, they really look like contenders. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. Ah. Well, I hate... Yeah, I would rather you have been talking about Alf. But either way. The clarification, that's what's important. Adley Rutschman's going to lead it off for the 9th. Holiday and Mountcastle to follow. 7-0 Orioles, folks. Game win number 89. So if we just win one of the final 2, we get to 90 wins. And again, folks, this is a fact. If we get to 90 wins, we enter the playoffs with 90-something wins, just like the best record in baseball, whoever it may be, is going to have. Nobody's got 100. If you got 90 and something, once you get to that 9... Why aren't you capable of doing it? Michael Tonkin. Middle name Gulf of. Michael Gulf of Tonkin. is on the pitch. The final 3 outs for the Twins, unless he gets hit around. It's going to be Adley Rutschman, folks.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
He takes a called strike on a fastball at 94 from Tonkin. I mean, are you referring to the world according to Garp? Because, Jeremiah, if you want to see John Lithgow walking next to somebody hairy, I recommend the world according to Garp. That would fit your bill. 1-1 pitch to Rutschman is fouled away. That's right, folks. Where else can you find a sports stream bringing up a 40-something? Oh, you meant Harry and the Hendersons. All right, well, who's hairier, Robin Williams or the abominable snowman or whatever? Bigfoot. The Yeti. Rest in peace, Robin. You know I love you. He would be laughing right now. I'm sure he is still laughing. You randomly watched Harry and the Hendersons today. Or are you talking about, the man? Did you watch Garp? This ball's hit foul off to the right-hand side. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Adley Rutschman. A 2-for-4 night. We need his bat in October. He went after a pitch way off the plate, up and outside. But he does foul it off. The count is 2-2. Oh, yeah. Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith, passed away today. Rest in peace to Ms. Maggie Smith, a consummate professional British actress with a long and storied career. Many a movie. She was the really awful mother to Kate Winslet in Titanic. That's a movie everybody's seen. This pitch is popped up by Adley on the first base side, right next to the foul line in fair ground. Santana makes the catch for the first out in the 9th. She had huge tracts of land. What? Dude, I don't need that in all caps. God, let's not announce it like it's a... okay. I never really knew much about the kid, but obviously that's... that's not great news at all. Jackson Holiday at the plate. Folks, can we bring up the mood a little bit? Called strike. Folks, we're on the verge of clinching a huge win that will get us home field, and we're also going to run through the obituaries all at the same time. The 1-1 pitch is up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. I appreciate the Holy Grail reference there, Bartman. This is a call. It's so off the plate. This umpire. God. Maybe 2, at most 3 calls like that against the Twins tonight. We've had at least 10. It's off the plate, dude. This ump can kiss my butt, which is relaxing in my new chair. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Holiday. Holiday goes down on strikes. 2 down in the 9th. That was his only plate appearance. He came on the pinch run. So he does have a run scored on the night. Ryan Mountcastle up for the 5th time. He's got 3 hits already, and there's a called strike from Tonkin. How about a 4-hit night for Mountie? A double and 2 singles so far. And he takes a bag cut at a miss on a pitch off the plate.
Okay, mount up.
Mount up, Mountcastle. 2 strikes. So, yeah, let's bring out, folks, whoever your least favorite reliever is, let's bring him on up to get 3 outs in the 9th and save everybody else for tomorrow. So who would that be for you guys? Who would you like to see get the last 3 outs for us? For me, it's probably Brian Baker. Put Brian Baker out there. That'll work. That's about right. Because Bowman pitched yesterday. Baker didn't. Throw Baker out there. That's my call. Hey, folks, if Brian Baker pitches the 9th, then I know what I'm talking about. This is a swing and a miss. Mountcastle strikes out to win the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. Folks, 3 outs away. Dan, my memory's not great, so I'm not going to challenge you, but I'm thinking it was the other way around. I think Bowman pitched yesterday and Baker didn't, but I could be wrong. We can all take a guess. Folks, throw in a guess. Let's see who's right, because honestly, I did not see the bullpen at all. If one of you did, don't cheat, but no idea who might be coming out here. You guys are throwing. All right, John Lowenstein coming on out to pitch. Oh, you guys are fun to play. Wow. For the first time, I try to do a little interaction with everybody, and you guys just want to throw in a bunch of silly answers. Bunch of silly gooses. You see this? Other sports fan bases out there? You see what I got to put up with here with these Baltimore fans? I tell you what. Just a bunch of jokesters they are. Constantly making jokes. I feel bad for Cole Irvin too, Shantae. I feel bad for Cole Irvin for the same reason you do. And after what happened in the past 24 hours, I feel even more bad for Cole Irvin. I'd love to explain why, but I'm trying to, believe it or not, maintain some bit of professionalism. But if anybody can read between the lines, yeah. Cole Irvin got done wrong in a way that I felt was pretty trashy. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on. So what do you know? Instead of a low leverage guy, it's the guy that right now is considered our 9th inning guy, but at this point, I think we're fully committee. I think Brandon Hyde is going to go into the playoffs just playing matchups. If we get to the 9th inning and it's a couple of lefties up, I think he's just going to go to a lefty. I don't think anybody's closing. Dominguez came in to the game to not start it. There was already 1 out to get. It's not going to be a traditional come in and start the 9th close for Dominguez, I think, unless it just works out that way. I think Brandon Hyde's just going to consider the matchups, and that's it. And I can't really blame him because we really didn't establish a closer here. 2-1 the count. Sometimes you just get stuck saying, well, we got to have a closer. We got to have a closer. Well, I mean, if nobody can really get it done consistently, maybe the best thing to do is just play the matchups all the way through. Try to get over the line, win the ball game. 2-1 the count to Correa. Taken all the way. Wow, he was not interested at all in a 2-1 pitch. And that one's right down the middle. Jamie Moyer, another fantastic. Hey, how about Mordecai Three-Finger Brown? I'll just, excavate his bones. And he can maybe pitch on Sunday. Give Kramer a day off. Dizzy Dean. Hey, by the way, Erica, if you're still here, don't ask me why Mordecai's nickname was Three Finger, because I don't want you getting any ideas. All right. Nobody out. Full count on Carlos Correa. And I know Janet's going to give me some laughing emojis, and there they are. I had a feeling. Because that was a good one. It's called wordplay, folks. That's high for ball 4. A leadoff walk. That's right, Erica. Some things are best left to the imagination. Am I right or am I right? I think I'm right. Dominguez is on. Dominguez has put on the leadoff man with a walk. That's not what we want to see. All right, the man. Thanks for the assist. Janet is there too. You guys, why do you have to clarify a nice subtle joke? That's where the humor is. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna have to make. You know, I'm gonna do one of those. What do they call those classes you see advertised like on Facebook and stuff? Master class. Yeah, there's gonna be a BW comedy master class in the off season. Tuition is free. I'm going to give you guys some pointers here. You know, wait. I'm joking back again. I love it. Oh, my, Erica. My goodness. This ball's hit down the left field corner, and that's going to be a double to put runners at second and third and nobody out. Folks, we're going to have to, unfortunately, lock in here for a minute because Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming on and 2 batters, runners at second and third. I'm really not sure why Hyde went with him in this spot. Maybe he hasn't pitched in more than a day or two. But... Carlos Santana's at the plate. Come on, let's start getting some outs here. First pitch is low. Dominguez, what's going on, buddy? What is going on, dude? What are you doing? You're definitely not going to be the 9th inning guy in a 3-run or less game in the postseason if this is what you're going to do. This pitch is outside, 2-0. All right, who's up in the pen? Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. This is the last batter that he's required to face. I don't like what I see. 2-0 pitch off the plate, but we get the call. Okay, so there's a makeup call. That was about an inch or two off the outside. Yeah, Cole Irvin really got done wrong. This ball is lined in the right center field, a base hit. Get him out of here. 1 run is in. And 2 runs are in. 7-2 Orioles here in the bottom of the 9th. There's still nobody out. 3 batters. All of them have reached. 2 of them have scored. Get Dominguez out of the ball game. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Out, out. Out, 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 out. Royce Lewis is coming up. Why aren't we at least having a mound meeting? Okay, here's Drew French. Jeez Louise. I'm like, all right, maybe somebody's not ready, but at least stall. All right, here we go. We're stalling. Show me the bullpen, please, Masson. You haven't really been showing us the bullpen tonight. Here we go. It is Soto getting loose. Gregory Soto is up. So both of the Philadelphia acquisitions appear to be making an appearance in the 9th inning here. Dominguez so far has been incredibly ineffective. Royce Lewis at the plate. 0 for 3 tonight, and he can be dangerous if you're not on your A game. And the first pitch is off the plate, low and outside for ball 1. Where the hell are you going, Janet? This game just got, intense. I'm about to start sweating here a little bit. 1-0 pitch. That was a chopper back to Dominguez. He picks it up barehanded, goes to first in time. Okay, there's 1 out. There's the first out. Runner at first gets to second base, but that's not too big of a deal. Not too worried about that. Just want to get outs right now. Corey Lee coming up. Second time up at the plate after coming on to pinch hit. Excuse me, Brooks Lee. I called him Corey Lee at the first time up, I think. There's another major leaguer with that name. Brooks Lee. My apologies, folks. Is at the plate. Maybe just in my own mind, there's only one Brooks, and I just didn't want to have to give the name to anybody else. This ball's hit on a line foul down the right field line, and Brooks Lee was just a fraction of a millisecond from keeping a ball fair down the right field line for extra bases. I mean, I don't care what the result of this at-bat is. Get Dominguez out of this game. It is making me uncomfortable. Pitch. Hit back to Dominguez. He's looking the runner at second, and we're going to have a rundown here. Hey, and we got a tag applied. The lead runner at second caught off the bag on a comebacker. Dominguez, thank you so much for that. I was worried about how he'd handle this. On a comebacker, he does the right thing. He starts to charge toward the... Well, he actually never really goes toward the runner, but he throws to second to begin the pickle. And that's the second out, folks. Folks, come on. Here we go. 2 down in the ninth. Let's get ready to celebrate. First pitch is on the outside black. Maybe Dominguez has finally found it. That pitch was nicely placed on the outside edge for strike one to Ryan Jeffers. 0 for 3 tonight. Next pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out in the bottom of the ninth. The Orioles on the doorstep of clinching a home series in the playoffs, and that pitch gets a piece of the umpire right near the heart area. I mean, left side of the chest. Obviously, I've had my issues with the umpire tonight, but I don't want to see him take one right off the chest like that. He appears to be okay. There's a trainer out there putting some pressure on the area to make sure everything's okay. But he looks fine. He's just talking normally. Doesn't appear to be wincing or anything. He looks okay. I'll hand it to the ump. He took it like a champ. Not a very good caller of balls and strikes in my humble view, but he's no sissy. All right. Yeah, see, Dan, I'm not the asking for it kind of person when it comes to harm, physical harm, you know. It's just I'm different. I love people to see get their comeuppance, just not in that way. Other ways. Usually embarrassment. Embarrassment is my favorite way. This ball's hit on the ground to short. Gunnar flips to second for the force, and the Orioles are in the win column, folks. Celebrate it.
It's magic. You know. It's magic.
Final score, Orioles 7, Twins 2. Win number 89 on the season is the win that clinches home field advantage in the all-important 3-game Wildcard series, all 3 games, if necessary, at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Folks, it's time to buy some tickets. Come on, folks. Oh, Baltimore.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
We're on a mission from God.
That's damn right. Hey, we may not have been number 1 in the division, but we are number 1 in the wild card. And that means something.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
This is great iced tea.
Isn't it, though?
You believe in me.
Charm City chat, tell me how you feel. How does it feel to have home field advantage? To have Corbin Burns and Zach Eflin ready to win this first round. And then we'll go to the division series. And then we'll play the Yankees. And then we'll kick their ass. And tell me now, how do you feel? Folks. What, we got no New Order fans in the house? How does it feel? Hey, by the way, folks, the Orioles are in the playoffs for back-to-back seasons for the first time in the 21st century. Not too shabby. Something we ought to say, hey, this team seems to be going in the right direction. This team has made the playoffs back-to-back seasons. We won over 100 games in the first year of this new era of Orioles baseball. This time, we're only going to get probably about 90, but guess what? It happens to be in a season where nobody won 100 games. So what are we going to do? Sit here and cry that we didn't win 100? Nobody did. I tell you what, though, we've got some major weapons back and healthy. Jordan Westburg. Folks, I'm going to say something that might make you flip your wig, and if you want to turn on me right now, I understand it. But I think it's been pretty universally agreed upon for the last 2.5 seasons that the face of this team, the heart and soul, the thing that makes everything click, I think everybody put that tag on Adley Rutschman. Folks, I don't want to be controversial. I think Jordan Westburg has assumed that role right now. I really do. I think Jordan Westburg means that much to this team. Ryan O'Hearn is being interviewed right now. And he's got Melanie Newman right there. All right, Ryan. Maybe, hey, by the way, where's Erica? Did Erica already run down to the tunnel? All right, Erica, you take care now. Don't, be careful. We need you back here tomorrow. Folks, hey, you guys got to promise me something in the Charm City chat right now. You're going to be here for tomorrow's game, even though at this point there really isn't a whole lot to play for. Because, it still matters to me, damn it. Plus, actually, you know what? There is a planned celebration of another sort for the channel. It's not going to be anything extremely special, but it's something that is very, very deserving, and I want to do it. So tomorrow there is going to be another celebration going on right here. It's not just the chair people. By the way, folks, how do you feel about the new chair era of the Birdwatcher channel? I mean, let's get some words right now. So, chair, tell me a little bit about yourself. Yeah. So, you ever been around the Baltimore area before? Or Chesapeake Bay, maybe? No, you've never left Thailand? All right, well, do you know what baseball is? No? All right, well, I thank you for your support anyway. I mean that literally. I thank you for your support. All right, the chair checking in. The hat saying hello. And I think I need to go get some breakfast. Let's see if there's somewhere for me to send you guys. We're going to look at tomorrow's matchup. We're going to do all that stuff. I'll be around for another 5 minutes, I think. They're basically called gaming chairs, Shante. Gaming chairs, because they're very popular for video game players. But a lot of people who do live streaming and content creation on YouTube, it's almost like a requirement to have a chair like this. So I'm just trying to fit in. I'm just trying to fit in with everybody. All right, so tomorrow's game, let's take a look. Folks, we're playing at home. We're playing postseason baseball at home. I mean, folks, it's pretty much the same. I'm not looking at it like I'm looking at just like the Rangers last year, because even though that was a division series, it was 2 home games. We didn't win them. We got to win 2 home games here. That's the plan. And then we move to the next step. And I'm really hoping we get the Yankees. I really do. Let's let both the Orioles and the Yankees put their money where their mouths are. Would you look at this, folks? Things are starting to change immediately. I believe tomorrow Albert Suarez was the scheduled starter, but he has been replaced by undecided. That leads me to believe that Dean Kramer starting on Sunday is also up in the air. I think we're going to see some interesting lineups and pitching here for the next couple of games, folks. Brandon Hyde has to sort of balance a couple of things. He doesn't want to, sit everybody. He can't. But you do want to, I want to see Heston Kjerstad play at least one of these last 2 games. He's been kind of sitting around, not contributing much. And if he's going to make the playoff roster, I definitely want to see him in the lineup tomorrow. Urias and Westberg are looking up to speed. So if you want to get Holiday back in the lineup, try to get him going because he's not looking too hot either. I think it makes sense to get Holiday in there. Actually, Holiday playing shortstop for Gunnar Henderson probably makes a lot of sense in one of these last 2 games. Anthony Santander should probably get one of the next 2 games off as well. Yeah. Probably see McCann behind the plate again tomorrow. And then maybe Adley again. I'm not convinced McCann isn't starting game 1 as a catcher. I don't know. We'll see. Adley had a multi-hit game today, though, so that's good news. I don't know who Zebby Matthews is. There's no photo. He's a right-handed pitcher. He has a 1-3 record and an ERA well over 5. That'll be the starter for the Twins tomorrow. A much better matchup for our offense, and our offense did pretty darn good against a very good pitcher in Pablo Lopez, folks. Again, last night when our offense could not really do anything until a meaningless run at the very end of the game, I didn't place it on the fact that, oh no, this offense is back to looking like how we were in August and the early part of this month, but I just saw it as Garrett Cole being on top of his game, and that's going to happen, folks. Pablo Lopez is a quality pitcher. He went over 100 pitches tonight. He did his best. He tried. He knew it was his last start. He was trying to go for his 16th win, so it meant something to him, and we took care of him. We did very well at the plate against Pablo Lopez. Let's see how we do against Zebby Matthews tomorrow. Okay, so this game is going to be on an hour earlier, or thereabouts. First pitch is 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, which means I'll be on the air at 7:05 p.m. Hell, I might even go on at 7 sharp and make it a 15-minute intro so we can chit-chat a little bit, get some more people in the room before first pitch. Yeah. All right. Let me take a look at who is streaming tomorrow, or right now, that I can maybe send you to. And, yeah, any thoughts you guys want to throw out at me before I get out of here? I'm still up in the air, folks, about a potential podcast on Monday, the off day, the day in between the regular season and Game 1. Trying to throw out the feelers there in the Charm City chat to see if anybody wouldn't be interested in tuning in for that. It would probably be a 1-hour broadcast, probably happening somewhere in the 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock hour in the evening for you guys, because that would make the most sense. So if you guys are interested, just sort of let me know. I've got a community post up. You can leave a comment there about it, or leave a comment in the comment section, or something to that effect. I'm still putting the feelers out there about it because, honestly, I might just need that day off and rest the voice, you know? So I am playing it by ear. So I'm sorry that I'm sitting here annoying the hell out of you talking out loud about that. I'm just trying to work it out loud with everybody here. All right, let me look in here and see what's going on. Yeah, it's a low turnout tonight, folks. We're not even going to get close to 4,000 views. Not even 3,500 on a night where we clinch home field. It's going to be interesting to see what the numbers look like for the playoffs. Oh, the day off is definitely needed, Pocket. That one day off. And you know what? I honestly think in a situation like this, now that you know what your seed is and the results don't matter these last two games, you can give some guys rest that way, plus the day off. To me, that's enough rest. Baseball is an everyday sport. And I know it sounds like an excuse why our team crapped the bed last postseason. I know there have been teams who have had bye weeks and taken care of business, but to me, it just doesn't make sense to go 6 straight days without seeing live pitching as hitters. Hitters need to see live pitching every day and stay in a zone. You know, to turn off a switch for that long and turn it right back on for a very meaningful game. And now not only is the game meaningful for you, you're playing a team that just finished playing a very competitive, high-charged postseason type game and just won, and they're feeling very good about themselves. That's the rub when you're the team with the bye. So I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to win an argument. I'm sure people will tell me more times than not that having a bye is an advantage. Why wouldn't you want it? It's one less round. I get it. But versus all the other sports when it comes to buys, this one doesn't really seem to be as big an advantage to me. I just don't see it that way. Just my humble view. All right. Hey, the Mets are on. It's the top of the ninth. Man, that's just about the end. Can I sneak you into PAS really quick? I might be able to. Let's try. If I can get you in there for one out, then I feel like I've done something. So let me sign off super quick. Thanks to everybody in the Charm City chat, especially the mods for their fantastic work night in and night out. I'm not sure which of these I'm sending you to, but I'm putting that in there. And thank you to everybody else in the chat. No super chats tonight, but wow, no super chats on a night where we clinch home field advantage. That is, wow. I mean, I'm not complaining. Trust me. I'm sitting here enjoying my brand new chair, which comes from support from you guys. But on a clinching night, wow, that is interesting. All right, folks, when we win the World Series, we'll pick that back up. Do I want to see what the sub count looks like before I get out of here? Do I want to do this to myself? I don't know. I like sharing this stuff with you guys. Look at Pocket Watch. Holy cow. Pocket Watch keeping the streak alive. Thank you. It's a Greta show. Hey, I put on the Greta show. I'm joking, of course. I know it's a typo. Great show. Thank you, Pocket Watch. Thanks for your support. Folks, we're up to 2281 subscribers. 2281, which I think, God, I don't think, let me see here. All right, 9. That's not bad. So tomorrow, if we get 9 more, we get to 2,300. But, man, we got to do more. We got to do double digits at least, folks. Come on now. This stage of the season, we're about to get in the playoffs here. All right, folks, that's it for me. Hopefully this PAS game is still happening. Says top of the ninth, 1 out. Here we go. Sending you now to Pure Adrenaline Sports. Please give them a shout-out from your boy, the Birdwatcher. Have a good rest of your Friday night. Come on back tomorrow, folks. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a lot of fun on tomorrow's stream. That's what it's going to be about. We're going to talk about playoff scenarios and have some fun watching this team, okay? Hope to see you then. Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Have a good night, everybody.